Good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
I'll make sure I don't
Good.
leave
I
this
won't
party
be
chat.
leaving. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my bad.
oh. I won't be leaving.
Okay.
Something went wrong. What's happening? YouTube going mad. What's happening? YouTube going mad.
We are up.
Yeah, we're live here. Oh,
Alrighty.
here.
Yep, we
Oh,
are live. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your boy Race Asylum Cupcake. Coming at you live here for stint 9 of the 24 hours of Nürburgring. So we are we're over 16 hours into the race. And things are settling down a little. Taking a look at LMP Legend here, his teammate last stint suffered a disconnect on the final lap, which was very unfortunate. Looks like we got everything figured out, race control got everything settled. So, Legend right now running in 7th position, so I do want to turn my attention over to P1 of NRC Blackie. Now, if you guys were here in stint 7, I believe it was either the final lap or second to last, his teammate unfortunately disconnected. But here's the thing, it wasn't, my apologies, it actually wasn't stint 7. It was the beginning of stint 8. He was on the formation lap and disconnected. So NRC ran without a driver for stint 8, but due to such a large gap that they had over second place of ERA Jakey, they were able to come back into stint 9 and have still a pretty respectable lead of 13.5 seconds. So, as you can tell right now, Blackie is on kind of a sprint at the moment. I mean, trying to open up that gap and reclaim that position that they're holding. My apologies, guys. It is late in the night. So that is where we're at here. Blackie does have a half-second penalty, which isn't really going to hurt anything. So we'll go through the grid here. We got Jakey in second, a minute 21 ahead of RFR Frank with DMR Endurance. They really made a comeback a couple stints ago. I mean, they were running 5th with Vital Brutal. He ran an absolutely perfect stint and climbed from 5th to 3rd. So well done by the boys over at DMR Endurance for moving up into podium position. So in 4th place we've got NRC The Death, a minute and 52 seconds ahead of P5, which is ORT Gomez in the beautiful Overboost Racing Porsche 911. In 6th we have got Oscar with Medway Racing League. About 7 minutes 17 seconds back from ORT Gomez, but has a 1.6 second gap to LMP Legend. Legend, though, has a half a second penalty that he has got to serve, so definitely want to catch up to Oscar to make that move and maybe secure enough of a gap to where he can serve that penalty comfortably. So that'll be something to really keep an eye on. And then I am curious to see what's going to happen between Blackie and Jakey. Time-wise, it hasn't really moved much. I mean, Jakey would gain on him maybe a second, but Blackie would take it right back. So that might have to be something we keep an eye on later on in this stint. And then while we're at it, while everybody's just kind of going around, we're going to take a look at the folks in the pits. So with 10 Tenths Racing, we're going to have S7R pole sitter in ninth for the Medway Racing, or sitting in ninth technically in the pits is MRL Shane with Medway Racing League. And he's going to leave the pits in eighth. Wonderful. Could ask for better timing. So, the next person we have waiting in the pits is Race Asylum Ant Smasher in the gorgeous Mercedes D2 inspired livery. And then we've got DTR, I guess that's me guy, in the dope looking GTR. Next person we have in the pits is going to be Race Asylum Superman in the 208 Nissan GTR. And then right now the next one would be Rafi Ace with, I believe that is Speed Brothers Racing. And then last but not least, AHR Skelly GT. Now, like I said, these positions here don't mean anything at the moment. Their teammates are finishing up stint 8. So even though we'll just go to like Ant Smasher, even though it says he's 10th, he could be as high as 9th or as low as 14th. That is something we're not going to know until we see them leave the pits.
Or you listen to my voice and you get the insight that next team will be the AHR team heading into the pits.
Alrighty, well, let's take a look at that. Yep, so it's going to be these folks here of AHR Skelly GT. They will be the next ones out. And thank you for that information, Jaeger.
Yeah. Also back after a little bit of a bathroom break.
Gotcha.
And in they go.
Alright, we will take a look at them. Loogie saying, hello, Cupcake, good morning. Good morning, Loogie. It's currently 2:30 here in the States, so we're getting there. And here we go. Ooh, did not change tires.
Cold tires.
Cold
Yummy.
tires. Ballsy. So let's see how that's gonna work out. That seems to be holding it pretty well here in the opening stages of his lap. So let's take a look at P7 here and see where Legend is. Legend has dropped back a little bit to Oscar. Gap seems to be 2.1 seconds at 2.2, somewhere around there. And tire-wise, they're using the same compound. James replying to Shane about 7th position. Yeah, that was Race Control's call there. I tell you what, it is nice to see some daylight. We get to look at all of the wonderful cars and the liveries. Because the past few stints have been something else. Or I should say some of the earlier stints when it got dark and stayed dark. Made me want to doze off.
Nighttime.
Yeah, nighttime. Yeah.
Just running with Ghosts. You really see he's struggling now with the Canadian driver. Also like being very tired. Can hardly keep that car on the track. Come on, buddy.
Oh man, you can do it, Ghost. I believe in you, my man.
You need that call. Wake up, you're asleep at the wheel. What?
I wonder, have you ever had racers just fall asleep, like, mid-stint?
No, but we had, like in another series, we had the lobby host fell asleep, and then so we couldn't start the stint because we couldn't reach him. So everyone was sitting in the lobby and waiting for the go, or like pings and everything going on. And yeah, they told us, yeah, that 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 little chair that looked so nice and felt so comfy, just a little nap and boom. So we couldn't get that lobby running. We needed a plan B then and find an emergency lobby host to get that stint going. But
Oh man.
I'm not aware that actually a driver fell asleep during that stint. But this is still like so tough. Like it's especially if you're like running in your local nighttime and been up for like a couple of hours. It's like your, I don't know, second or third stint already. Wow. This is physically demanding, no doubt about that.
It is, and let's see, Supertramp Biker was asking how is MRL Shane doing. He is currently in P8. Looks to be 6 minutes 16 seconds back from P7 of LMP Legend. 2 minutes 24 seconds ahead of AHR Skelly GT. Or T King saying, morning guys. Morning buddy. Alright, now we got a battle. This battle is going to be for P6 between Oscar and LMP Legend. LMP Legend gaining on Oscar is now 0.8 of a second back. So we're going to keep our eyes on this, and we're going to see if Legend is going to make the move and get into P6. So while we do that, why don't we go to cockpit view? That is the wrong key. Cockpit view. There we go. I'm still learning the keyboard. Alright.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Next thing would be that you like order a Stream Deck and then map those Stream Deck buttons to keys on your keyboard and label them. That is
Ooh, that would be cool.
Professional streamer we all want to be.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a professional streamer, but I mean, I used to do this kind of stuff, man, years ago. When I was with a different team, man, we would stream, I would commentate.
On racing or different type of games?
It was on GT Sport at the time. Yeah, so that tells you how long it's been. It's been a hot minute, folks.
Yeah, it's just no, it's actually when was GT7 2017 18 when it started. Can't believe.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been in the sim racing scene since 2019. So, a little over 5 years now. Alright, so there is less than a half a second gap to Oscar coming into the long straight. So, is LMP Legend going to be able to get it done? He is gaining slowly on the Medway Racing League BMW. I don't know though if it's gonna be enough.
So we have 10 tenths racing now, finally in the pits. So that last lap was pain for Ghost, but he made it. So he can probably now fall asleep.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I would cut to them, but right now we do have that spicy battle going on for
Yeah.
6th. And we are on board with Oscar, just kind of looking at the back of his car, observing Legend, and seeing how Legend is going to be able to take P6 away from Oscar.
Well, gee, the comms guys are doing pretty good.
We're good.
I'm refreshed. I'm now having my second milkshake of the event, so
Ooh,
I'm good.
What
I'm
kind
smiling.
of milkshake?
Hazelnut.
Oh, that sounds deadly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing pretty good myself. A little tired, but you know what? I have had so much fun with this event. I mean, the commentary, the banter, racing a stint, like, words can't describe this event and how I feel about it. It has been wonderful.
Yeah, well, gee, that last stint was eventful. You had great strategy calls there with the choices you made. Maybe also a little bit of luck, maybe, when you arrived at the pits and that heavy rain started.
Yeah, and I caught a little bit of that stream, and I mean, it was coming down. And it looked like it caught quite a few racers off guard. Ooh, Oscar getting a little bit loose. That's going to allow Legend to catch up. So why don't we go... There we go, hood cam. Alright, so 4/10 separate P6 and P7. I tell you what, these two drivers are racing their hearts out. Average driver saying he kept out of the wall, though. Yeah, he did. He got real lucky. Because I thought Oscar was going to lose it there for a sec, but managed to save it. ERA Shadow saying, morning all, coffee in hand. Awesome to see we are 300+% of our goal. Thanks to all supporting this cause. Yeah, ain't that a wonderful thing to wake up to? I mean, it's a good feeling, man.
There is some 2 more drivers in the pits. Also, both race asylum teams.
10-4. Alright, LMP looking to try and make a move. Is all up in Oscar's bumper. Backs off a little bit. Smart move on his end. And LMP...
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen eventually. So we're just taking a look here at LMP Legend. I do have kind of a weird camera angle going on, and looks like he's gonna make the move on Oscar. Let's see if he's gonna stick it. Nope, backs off. Smart move on his end. Oh, a little bit of a, looked like a little bit of contact there.
A weird bump over that curve, but
That
luckily
was,
both survived. Yeah.
yeah, that could have been disastrous for MRL and LMP, and Oscar gets loose, and that gives Legend the opportunity to make the pass into 6th position. But MRL's not going to take too kindly to it. Looks like he's going on the inside trying to pass LMP, but LMP says nope, shuts the door, and still retains 6th position.
We saw it a couple of times now with that BMW, that Rio stepping out. Especially in those slow corners.
Yeah, very slow. So LMP is going to get about a second gap ahead of Oscar. Alright, so while there's a little bit of a gap there, let's go through the bottom half of the order for the folks that have just left the pit. So P9, like I said, we do have AHR Skelly, but in P10 we do have the 1010's BMW being driven by S7R pole sitter, about 7 minutes 2 seconds back from AHR Skelly. Almost 3.5 minutes of P11, which is DTR Me Guy. So Me Guy has a 20-second lead over P12, and that is going to be Race Asylum Superman in the 208 GTR.
I'm actually a bit surprised to see DTR running. My driver is still on the final lap, so not sure what happened or what. Maybe there was also a decision made by race control. I don't know, but it's a bit weird.
I'm not too sure either.
I think what happened is, I see the TNT Old Ford for DTR is running an outlap currently. Maybe they went in one lap too early, made the call go, and then realized, I had to do another lap. So maybe this is what happened.
And that would be very unfortunate for that GTR if that was the case.
Yeah, because they have like a nearly 8-minute gap to the next car and still running, so...
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, I mean, in the next stint.
Yeah, probably the DTR driver will have to pit in that stint and wait for one more lap to get out again. Guess. Just a guess, though.
Yeah,
I'm not
just
race
a guess,
control.
folks. Alright, so to P13, we are going to have Race Asylum Ant Smasher in that gorgeous Mercedes. I mean, that thing is a work of beauty. And then rounding out the grid, we do have Raffi Ace in the lovely GTR. I believe that is for Speed Brothers Racing. So that is going to be the grid so far into the race. Taking a look here. Oh, there's Blackie right behind P14.
Ghost, yeah, I saw your final lap. Wow, you were struggling, mate, like hell. Hope it's all good on your end now, and you are released from driver duties.
It looks like he is going to rest.
Yeah,
Good effort out there, Ghost.
take care, buddy,
Yeah.
and enjoy your rest.
Yeah, you more than deserve it. Alright, so I am with, oh, Ghost is not
No,
done.
and get a
Hello.
speedy recovery and a good rest if you hit the track again for this event. Stay strong and don't force yourself into something. I mean, we are here for mental health as well, and just take care of yourself.
Yeah, buddy. Self-care. So LMP Legend has definitely opened up a gap to Oscar. Looks to be 2.7 seconds, so Legend really taking advantage of that Porsche and just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it and at the track, trying to open up said gap and make sure he retains that 6th spot. And now we're probably going to have to pay attention to 3rd and 4th because they seem to be separated by 8.4 seconds. So we might have a little battle on our hands later on in the race.
We hit 1.7K with the donations.
Did we oh man.
Just refreshed it, yeah. Great stuff.
Guys, 300 pounds away until you get to hear a duet. Let's do it. Let's go. Kaizen say, morning gent, hope the lads are well. Good morning to you, buddy. How'd your race go? Really like to know how y'all did. In case y'all didn't know, a few of our Australian racers were in an AGT race. I think it was an endurance race also. Oh, look at that. They won. They were 1 and 2. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Alright, so in the couple minutes we've been talking, NRC Death has definitely closed the gap a little bit by about 2 seconds to RFR Frank with DMR Endurance. So right off the rip, I mean, NRC the Death is just getting it. And we have our first pit stop of the race of NRC Blackie going into pit. I'm going to assume it's for tires. Fuel-wise, I don't think they will. They might just do like a little bit of a splash and dash with the fuel, but we're about to find out. And Jakey is in the pits as well, so Blackie definitely getting some fuel. Let's see what Jakey's gonna do. Jakey getting just a splash of fuel. Alrighty. So the gap between first and second is still, 12 seconds. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go to P3 and P4. Yep, look at that. Death gained another 2 seconds on RFR Frank. It is now separated by 4.4 seconds. then I think the other one we've got here, I don't know if it's still a battle or not. Yeah, Legend's still opening up the gap there, 3.8 seconds to P7, which is Oscar. And then we will go to... Let's take a look at 11 and 12. Alright, so DTR pending is sitting in 11th, 17 seconds ahead of Superman. Alright, we're going to have to take a look at 13th too, down the line. Because it looks like 13th is separated by 4.8 seconds. So that's going to be between Ant Smasher and Raffy Ace. RFR Frank is in the pits, getting a new set of tires, getting some fuel as well. NRC Death right behind him. Looks to be fueling up as well. Put in just a little bit more fuel than RFR Frank. Not gonna lose too much time over that. So NRC Death comes out of the pit, still is 4.8 seconds back from third position, which is RFR Frank. Kaizen saying that was RA's first win in Australia. Love to hear it. Love to see it. And then Ray asking any DTR drivers on stream. Ooh, might have
haven't
some.
Seen any.
I haven't either.
In the chat, no.
Nope, looking through the
last
chat.
message we got from Richie a while ago. Not sure if he's even in the part 3 chat. Nope. Maybe still watching part 2. I don't know. No, that stream has ended.
They might have fell asleep watching part 2. They thought, ah, well, it's done. I'll just sit on the couch, watch the stream, and then as soon as they sit on that couch, bam, they're out.
Yeah. Gravity called.
Oh, I hate it. I'll tell you what, I was waiting to like go live with this stint, and I was looking at the couch, and it was so hard to sit on it. I mean, because I knew if I sat on it, it was over.
I know that feeling, yeah.
Oh man.
I still want to watch as much as possible with the American football, and this is there for Europeans. So the primetime games really hard. It's like, yeah, just lie down for 5 minutes, and then I'll be ready for the next one. And yeah, next thing you noticed, you wake up in the morning. Like,
yeah.
wait a minute, what happened? Oh, I missed that game. Yeah, great.
So the Kim is asking, has there been any rain? A friend of mine drove this night. Snabbleton, Norwegian driver, M6. Yeah, Snabbleton got real lucky because he was in stint 7 and we're in stint 9. So stint 8 had an absolute downpour that caught everybody off guard and almost shook the whole grid up. So let me see. All right.
We had rain in the previous stint.
We did. And I am getting an order from the boss lady herself, wanting to take a look at DTR. So race control is probably going to be making a decision here soon in regards to that.
It was definitely a big driver swap jump by DTR team. By 1 lap, I reckon.
So you say you watch American football, and I googled the NFL a couple hours ago. Did you see the Lions got beat by Washington?
Yeah, I watched that on my smartphone, yeah.
Man, I thought
That
Detroit
was a
would have whooped
surprise.
them.
Yeah, what crazy stuff. I mean, that's sports, right? So,
That is, I mean,
and if you have a good game plan, whatever, and it worked. So they went toe to toe, outscored. They were one of the best scoring offenses, and knew like their defense wasn't in the best shape. Here we go. Good game plan, good coaching, good mentality, whatever.
yeah, especially for a first-year quarterback.
Yeah,
So
crazy
very
stuff, guys.
impressive.
Chicago Bears be like, maybe we have picked the wrong dude.
Yeah, so while we were focused on DTR and talking American football, NRC Death has made the pass on RFR Frank for the podium position. So he's about 1.5 seconds ahead of RFR Frank. And then let's take a quick gander here at P6 and P7. Yeah, Legend over 9-second gap to Oscar. So Oscar's got his work cut out for him if he wants to be able to catch back up to Legend and essentially pass him for 6. And then lastly, we're going to look at P13 because I know there was a little bit of something starting to brew. And yeah, alright, so still 4.5 seconds separates Ant Smasher and Raffy. And Ray, did you get everything you needed? Jakey coming back into pit has damage in the front arrow and right front wheel. Ugh, you hate to see that.
He jinxed himself during the stream chat.
He did.
Yeah,
So what was a 12-second gap between first and second is probably going to go to, I'd say, about 34-second gap. Here we are, nope, going up, 35, 36, do we hear a 37? No, so it looks to be...
sold.
Yeah, sold, highest bidder, goes to Blackie. Alright, so 36-second gap now separates Blackie and Jakey.
That's race hour number 9 for Jakey.
Oh my word. I mean, it may have been a pretty good setback for the team of Jakey and Kaza, but you've got to hand it to them. Two-man team. Have been going at it all race long. They're sitting in P2. I mean, that is nothing short of amazing.
The beauty and the cruelty and the same thing, like a very strong race so far, and then you look at the time remaining and you feel like, oh gosh, no
Oh
way.
my word.
This is even more fun is that I have to do at least one more. In case Jakey cares out 2 more. So, yeah. But they're old enough, they knew. Well,
Yeah.
I hope at least they know what they have signed up for.
Oh yeah, they
Way
knew
back.
good and well what they signed up for. I mean, I've talked to them plenty of times before the event, and they knew exactly what they were getting into. NRC Dorney, what happened to Jakey? We're not sure. Just knew he had to pit to fix damage. He went ahead, threw another set of softs on, and looked like he just put a smidge of fuel in his tank. And Jakey is coming up to lap traffic. That is going to be P14 of Raffy going wide, letting Jakey take the inside, and we're good. So the Kim is asking, my guess, it was a lot of humidity that stint before the rain. What lap times did people do? So...
slower.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the tricky part was like that 12 out of the 13 drivers were running with slick tires on a track that required heavy wets midway through that lap. So you can probably imagine that all the drivers were struggling and most of them were spinning at some point. So I don't know about the lap times, but on intermediates it was also like hard to tell because it was basically just one lap where you had to run intermediates and then you could get back onto slick tires if you be really careful and stay on that very thin dry racing line. But yeah. Tough conditions, definitely.
Definitely. I mean, like I said, from the little bits that I saw, it caught everybody off guard. I was in the party chat with RA Team 2, which is who we're looking at right now. ATB got super lucky because right before it started to downpour, he was right before the pit entrance. So he was able to go in, change to, I believe it was intermediates, and gain massive amounts of time to everybody else. So it definitely worked out in his favor. DTR still sitting in 11th, 18 seconds ahead of Superman. Average driver asking if we're on PSN chat or Discord. We are on PSN chat.
PSN.
PSN. I think it's easier to get folks in here if they want to co-commentate, especially this late in the race. Plus, I'm not too technologically inclined in the world of Discord.
Here we go. So I can invite you, Dash Welchie. I think I have you on my friends list. Pretty sure I have.
Oh, is that Welshie?
Yeah, average driver is Welshie.
Oh, my bad, dude. He's saying, let me sort out a few things. First cat wants feeding. Yeah, you don't want to starve your kitties or make them angry at you.
Priorities, yeah. Invite is...
Looks like Jakey's fighting with lap traffic. Oh, nope, Ant Smasher backs off and lets Jakey through, so good on his part. ATB, AA Ron. Yes, I looked out massively, but even though it wasn't stint 7, but did I call it that? Ray would bring the rain. Ray saying, and I delivered,
and
AA
you
Ron.
delivered. Exactly.
She did. She doing her little rain dance and everything. She's like, I want to make these drivers suffer. I said 24 hours at the Nurb ain't bad enough. Let's make it rain.
At least it wasn't that dark anymore. Come on. So
I know that was one thing I was so scared of in Stint 5. Because, like, it was midnight, and the last thing I wanted was for it to just downpour. I mean, could you imagine racing this track dead of night with a downpour?
I think I did.
Oh. Oh. Well, how was that experience?
Maybe I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. That answers it. We're good. It's all good.
I think it was just a league race, a 1 hour race, but those conditions were like still like
Oof.
woof.
NRC The Death has put a bigger gap on Frank. It is now 9.2 seconds. MRL Shane going into the pits at the end of lap 6. Let's see what he does and what kind of strat he's going to choose.
Oh, looks like 5-5-5 again.
Yeah, it seems to be the strat that everybody has been running all race long. Is that 5-5-5 strat?
Yeah, depending on the actual stint length, that is. But yeah, what's the... Now back to default, 15 racing laps. Seems to be the preferred strategy.
I'm not seeing any kind of damage on any cars so far.
You're trying to jinx them now. I see
No. Look, everybody's so far apart. I gotta find something to talk about, folks.
Hey, you need to praise the drivers, and then something weird happens. Trust me. Oops, grass already. But hey.
Oh my gosh. You know, you do say, you said to praise the drivers, and I do have one thing to say about everybody is the kind of racing that we have had so far has been nothing short of outstanding. I mean, it has been some of the cleanest racing that I have seen. It's been fierce. And kudos to everybody that's participated, commentated, hosted, for keeping this whole event running as smooth as possible, like a well-oiled machine.
Oh, JP wants to join us as well.
Yeah. And we got Welshie in the chat as well. What's up, dude?
Hello, guys.
Hello.
How are we all doing?
What's that?
Good.
Hang on. Let me just turn it again.
How we doing? Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
We're
better?
good. Oh, yeah.
We're good,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's better.
There you go. Are you also awake since the start? No? Hour of sleep?
I managed to get some sleep earlier on, but
Good.
not a lot. About 2 hours.
Nice. Yeah. At least.
I had the soothing tones of Bish and Shane talking in the background.
The team chatter. Okay.
Right.
We got
Hello,
JP
gents.
in the
Hello,
comms as
gents.
well. Hi, JP.
How's it going, gents? How's stint 9 looking?
So far so
Try.
good.
Try.
Bone dry.
That one was it's out VR, so I'm looking out. I kept looking and I see the clouds. I go, oh. I put on the radar, kept it on for a whole lap, and I could see it. I can't remember what lap that was, but I could start seeing the band. Like I see the band coming.
Was it lap 7 to 8, I think?
So
Yeah, I think so. I think it might have been 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So the band started coming, and I'm trying to gauge how quickly it's coming. Can I make the pits? And I was so glad that, oh yes, this is perfect timing.
and
I
how
get to
big
the
was your
pits.
surprise?
I get to the pits. I'm like, yes, I'm in the pits. Everybody's out. I was in the track. I get to the pits. The car stops. I go, no!
Where are my tires?
I have 2 of these AMGs. I put delivery on the newer one, which I guess I never put any wets or intermediates. So it's like, oh my god. So I'm looking and I can't. And once you're in the pit, you can't see the moisture meter, nothing, anything like that. So I'm there thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to wait this out because I can't risk going out, on slicks. So I had to wait till and take a guess that when it might have dried up enough. So I'll go out. I'm okay. Okay, let's just stay in the. It looks like some lines are drying, but I caught a wet patch and I spun. I said, okay, have to pit again. Got to the pits, and I was too quick to press the refuel. I mean the stop refuel button. I double pressed it, so it didn't even get a chance to repair. So I had to come back.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, what is happening now? So he's just changing tires. He's spinning out of the pit, and then wait, damage again? And I went back. No, it didn't
So I definitely,
damage.
I think, this is definitely again. I have a history with just something bad happening in the pits. So I think Raftas, 2025 Raftas, I'm in there again.
It's an early entry for the Race Asylum Lap of the Year award
Exactly.
nominations. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, it was funny because I was in a party chat with Ray, and she's like, "Oh no!" I said, "What?" She goes, "JP didn't buy wet tires." I said, "Well, that's a contender for Pleb of the Year."
Something always would rain. Either I missed the pit entry or something always happened. It's just too. I couldn't stop laughing. I was upset, but I said, "Oh my god." Oh man, I was so eager for after the first pit stop that good. So if it's dry enough, I can hit the mid 8s, 807, 806. But no, that didn't happen. And there's a lot of different places of the track that you'll notice that it doesn't really dry up evenly. So if you catch the wrong part,
the GP track I found took a lot longer to dry than.
Yeah.
So we've got some breaking news here. Looks like DTR is sitting in the pits. So I don't know if Race Control has told them that they have to serve some kind of penalty, but that allowed Superman to get past him and is in 11th.
Yeah, so it looks like they jumped the pit stop by a lap. So
they were running last in the previous stint, but they missed. They didn't pit at the end of lap 16. So I think that's why they were running last.
And then they've got hold of them, and they just reverted the positions back to the pit stops.
Yeah, I think that's a good call with live race directing, so you can actually make that call and all good. No need for only incident reports or whatever afterwards.
Yeah.
Deal with it during the race.
You have to give credit to Ray with having to handle all of these in the last couple of stints. It's a lot of movements and management had to be done.
Yeah, certainly. She's an asset to RA, to be fair to her. She does a lot of work behind the scenes, and I think people should be thankful that she spends the time to allow us all to do these races.
No sleep, too.
Yeah, no sleep.
Yeah, 0. I mean, she is dedicated. And I mean, she's pretty much what really holds a lot of places together. I mean, with her dedication, commitment
Oh yes.
to these like endurance series or series in general. So big shout out to Ray.
Ray, a lot of communities
Show
with that.
some love. Yeah, exactly. In chat. Spam
Yeah.
those hearts. Come on.
Yeah, spam the hearts, people. We love Ray.
Oh yes. Oh wait, so Jaeger, were you commentating Stint 8 as well? What I'm asking is,
yeah.
did I miss you singing?
Of course you missed me singing. So
I think the
you have to
MLL
go back
team
and
enjoyed it.
rewatch it.
Oh, yes, I will have to rewatch that stream. Yeah.
Ray was vibing with it, so I'm glad.
Yeah, Ray is sorting DTR out now as we speak.
What's the gap, Jakey from first NRC?
So we were taking a look at that. Jakey had to pit to repair damage. He had aero damage in the front as well as a repair to the right front wheel as well. Came out of the pits 36 seconds behind Blackie, but has now since gained 6 seconds. So there's 30 seconds separating first and second place.
Oh, that's good. It should be interesting.
Yeah, so Ray is saying that DTR will retake their place behind SBR, who is sitting in... Wow, okay, hold on here. They were sitting dead last, but Ant Smasher is now in 13th, a minute behind. Odd.
And no Ant Smash got damaged on his outlap.
Gotcha.
And he hasn't pit. He wanted to just stick with it. So I said, okay.
So, Welshie, you raced this last stint, right? Stint 8?
Yes.
You want to talk us through that whole scenario with the rain coming in? Like, what was going through your head when you noticed that big band that was coming towards you guys?
So I think I have no idea most of the names on the track, but I was about 2-3 minutes in.
Hey, close
I could
enough.
just see it come in.
Yeah.
I could just see it coming in on the one corner. It was like, right, that's going to hit sort of on the back straight. As it started coming in, then you could see the band going green. So it was like, right, I can't not put inters on. I knew 6th place was... I'd passed the pit stop before it started raining. So it made a no-brainer to pit inters. As soon as I come out, then the track was soaking. So just survive. I think I was on there for 2 laps. And then again, the rain band moved just as I was coming into the last straight. Pitted to the softs.
Question on that one. I have a question because I wasn't a pit the whole time because of my, so I couldn't see the moisture meter. So how did it get? How wet did the track get?
It was nudging into that top third of the bar. It didn't quite go into it,
Okay.
but it was really close. Especially in the first sector. It wasn't so much on the older layout as well, but in the GP section, it was getting quite close to that top line.
Yeah, because when it started raining, I just got onto the back straight in Duttinger, and then it was just I could see the moisture meter filling up very quickly. So I'm trying to calculate, looking at it, at that rate, if it keeps going, you won't be like a full wet until we reach the second bar. So I was thinking wets, but again, I didn't have wet tires anyway. So
the amount of times it happens, like we do a Monday, our biggest night of the week is Monday night, so we do a 100-mile series for Group 3 cars. I think we had about 80 drivers take part last week.
80,
so,
wow.
Yeah, we had 80 over 5 lobbies, so that's the record for us. So the amount of times that if it's a wet race, it's like, have you got wet tyres? And there's always one going, shit, I haven't. Right, let's get them first. But I think it happens to everyone at certain points.
Yeah.
If you drive a car you don't normally use, and it's easy to forget.
Because I've been practicing with the other car a lot, and they had wets and intermediates, so that's why I just thought I still had them. If I have two of the same car, I should be able to just carry over the car tires.
To be fair, I don't understand the game. It's a race car. They should have all the tyres there to start with when you buy the car.
Exactly.
They want you to spend more money, don't they? It was a good stint. I think I had a little off early on. Like maybe
you were flying.
But it was maybe lost like 2 seconds, 3 seconds max. Yeah, got to move.
I remember one.
I was trying to get into that 7:59 on that right at the end, but just a bit short.
No, I remember one point you were behind me on blue flag, and so I go, you pass. I go behind you. Next thing you know, with 2 laps after, you pass me again and go, wow, you're going so fast. You left me twice.
Yeah, I noticed you're on a bit of trouble in the wet on the dries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I find as soon as you spin on slicks in the wet, that's it. Then it just loses all grip now.
Yeah, you're just a passenger at that point.
Yeah, you just let do this thing. But,
made it interesting. Ray got her wish for rain.
Yeah, she did. But like for this race, obviously, you don't know that we got many of our sort of regular endurance guys, but we've also got, I think we got 6 new drivers that have never done this sort of thing before.
Oh, that's good experience then.
So
that's wonderful.
They've joined in. They've jumped in chat. They started being not knowing the track, never raced before, and to be fair, they've all done a really good job in both teams. So just a shout out for them, really.
Shout out to all the teams. Shout out to all the teams and all drivers just sticking it in. It's just sticking with it.
Yeah, certainly. It's not an easy track, especially after 2 hours racing. So just getting to the end is and obviously raising money. That's
if they survive this is like baptism by fire, right? So if they enjoy it, they will stick with it and will be happy to get more opportunities to do such long endurance events.
Yeah, like we've been not the quickest team out there. We haven't got the fastest drivers, but we let everybody have a chance, and they want to put the effort in, and doing practice and jump in and join in with the team, and we don't care really. Just as long as you're enjoying it, enjoying the racing, the community. That's all that really matters, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely it's all sim community with all the teams participating. All for good cause. So really great job, everyone.
It is, and I mean, all these leagues or teams that we have here on the grid right now, they're all wonderful people to race with and race for. So anybody watching that's looking to join a team, one thing I do recommend, and I've said this for years, is find one that suits you. It suits your needs, your time, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm definitely glad that more, especially for Race Asylum, for the longest time I was probably one of 2 or 3 that was this side of the pond. It was hard to join any of the Race Asylum leagues because all their times were, GMT, UK time, and I could never make it. So
Yeah,
great
and
that we have
then
more on this side. So
and it
I
helped
think you got.
that the former team I was with, we kind of formed, or Race Asylum like absorbed us. So we definitely have a lot more American drivers. Actually, I should just say more North American drivers.
Did you run your own North American leagues over on RA as well? Didn't you?
Yeah, I
yeah, we
mean,
have
Yeah,
run some leagues specific to North American time
yeah,
zone, so that's helped. So Ray initially will do all the work to organize it and set it up, but once the league or the races are running each week,
yeah,
obviously she's not available due to the time
yeah,
difference. So we
And
we kind of just run it by ourselves.
yeah.
and still some Europeans showed up, right, in your leagues. So
Yes.
yeah, and ATV commenting, now you have us rejects, and that is something we do call ourselves. Because, I mean, due to unfortunate circumstances, we had to be absorbed. So it consisted of me, Cupcake, Superman, Heathen, and then ATB, as well as a couple other, well, Jakey,
Um,
Tom, Leo.
yes.
We're known as like the rejects of Race Asylum, is what we kind of jokingly put it as. So, us rejects, this is our first go at a 24-hour endurance race. Like something
Yeah,
of this size.
that's impressive, as to certainly picked a good track.
Oh, we did. I mean, but you know what, dude? It's been so much fun. I mean, we're racing with class act racers, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, some of the guys for obviously NRC, ORT, and obviously um, quite a few of the guys from ERA as well. RA, some of their lap times is like, geez, that qualifying time was 7:55. I don't know where
Yeah.
you find that from,
That is
but
crazy. Yeah.
I was happy to try and at least get a bit close to that.
Yeah, the quickest I got just in just some practice laps was 8:06. So that was it.
uh,
7:55. I'm looking. Oh my God. I don't even know if I
You
can
ran
get
an 806?
8:57. Yeah, I was getting 8:06, but I didn't get a chance in this stint because of the obviously the rain. It kind of messed everything up, and the track wasn't in ideal condition to be
yeah,
trying to get those times for me. I didn't feel safe. I was avoiding every curb because after my first experience getting out on the softs and slicks, and I thought I had the dry line, but caught a wet patch and just completely spun. So after that, I said, okay, I'm just gonna go slow.
Well, you guys are talking about 755s and 806s, and dude, when I was racing in Stint 5, okay, like pitch black, I almost was jumping out of my gaming chair because I finally set a sub 8 minute 20 time. Like, I was like 8 minutes 18 and a half seconds. I'm like geeking out to Heathen over it. I was like, dude, I haven't been able to hit a sub 820s at all.
Yeah, no, good
well,
job.
there was a couple of drivers that their first laps were like 8:30, 8:35, and they're like, oh, I don't know whether I can do this and so that. I was like, right, just you know, do some. We've done some practice racing over the Christmas New Year period, and to be fair, they all joined in, and every time they went out, they were like, well, I'm getting quicker, I'm getting more consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They probably gained probably 20 seconds at lap time just by
oh
doing,
yes.
you know, a good couple of practice laps and races. So I said they've all enjoyed it. So I'm just happy to, just be a part of
Good
the race. Really.
experience. Yeah, like this track is just
Yeah.
like 170 corners, so it's hard to get it perfect. I don't think it's possible, nearly impossible to get
Oh no.
a perfect lap.
Yeah, I know. I was racing in Stint 5, and I was in chat with Ray and King, and I was like, oh man, I'm like 2 minutes behind P9. and Ray started yelling at me. She was using like a mom voice or something to where it shut me up real quick. She's like, "Don't you worry about it, Cupcake." I said, "Yes, ma'am." Just kept driving. She's like, "Just be consistent."
I have VR, so yeah. So me, I'm because in VR, I don't know. It doesn't display the gap, so I have no clue where everyone is. So, which is good actually. I kind of like it that way. So I don't, you know, doesn't distract me. So I'm just trying to stay on track. But yeah, definitely. Just when I saw the clouds, definitely turned on that radar. Just kept looking at it and saw that fake straight line band. They go, what kind of weather system is that? A straight line band.
Yeah, this game does do. You know, the weather system is a bit funky on this game. So even when you put like hours 5 or hours 6 in there, it can also not rain at all. So even with dynamic weather installed, there's always a bit, you know, difference.
No worries, Nick. The lobby is open already. Well, she can do multitasking, right? Running a lobby and chatting with all of us.
Of
course.
Hey, we love it. We love the extra company. Helps keep us awake too.
And again, you know, I know it's been said many times in all the streams for previous stints, but definitely big shout out to Jakey and guys over there doing a two-man team attempt of this 24-hour race. So.
Yeah, and is within striking distance to possibly win this race. I mean, they're sitting about 25 seconds back from Blackie. So fantastic job by both drivers.
I'm perplexed with ORT. How I thought they were up there, so somehow they've dropped to 5th.
Well, I know they had ORT Manitas in stint 7. He was on the struggle bus, to be honest, all race long. So I think it's a matter of maybe they've got some new drivers as well that's like new to this kind of racing, which, hey, I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking ORT or anything. Like, this right here is perfect. So maybe they're getting some drivers. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're probably getting their drivers acclimated to the racing and the car. And I mean, what better place to get used to a car than this track?
And this event, especially,
so you
have the opportunity to run with 12 drivers on your team. You usually don't get that in other endurance events. Like, this is the perfect opportunity, and for your guys, for your team to expand, give them the opportunity.
Hey JP, you weren't the only one that forgot rain tires. Pezza just commented saying I forgot my rain tires and also my wheel disconnected.
Wait, during stint 8?
Yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
8, yeah. Yes, Perry is the PSN ID.
Oh, good, so good. I'm not the only one who. But I don't know. You know what? I guaranteed. I yelled. My scream was louder once I got to the pit and the car stopped.
But Perry was brave enough to go out on track on slick tires in those conditions, and not just be a chicken and wait at the pits.
That takes balls of steel.
Yeah, I was too chicken. I said, no, I'm gonna stay here and wait. That was interesting. So that was nice. And it's only January. There's so many months in the year.
ORT Kings was saying Manitas is not new, but we wanted to give a chance to everyone to participate. Hey, like I said, I'm not knocking you guys at all. Like, this is not for points. This isn't for glory. I mean, this is for a good cause for Innate of Mind, which we are still sitting at £1,700 as far as donations. So
great job.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
like I said, dude, it's not a knock or anything of that
Oh,
sort.
definitely not. No.
No,
And
no, no,
and
no.
ORT Kings, that the only reason why we were just so perplexed because we had that seemed like we have never seen an ORT driver, that didn't seem to have that pace. So we were just so confused to go, what's going on?
Yeah, we were.
Normally in like IRO, they got the big guns out and
Yeah,
they always up there first, second, third. So
Yeah.
exactly. So we're just so used to seeing every ORT driver just flying and like aliens away. So
yeah. Well, Kings and Gomez have raced with us before in the past. We know they've both done it pretty quick. So they're not slow by any stretch, but
No.
the likes of John D and Azorian and people like that, they're just on another level
yeah, they
altogether.
are
So,
definitely.
Really are. And I said it back in Stint 3, but the folks over at ORT, they are a class act. I
Then
mean,
now we have Nexus here with their alien guys to like 755. Wow. So
yeah,
it's just
that's crazy.
During nighttime conditions, cupcake.
I know.
yeah.
That's still the best. I go, like they do.
But let's not count out the folks over at DMR Endurance, because during Stint 7, Vital Brutal set a blistering lap time. It was like a mid 755.
0.3, I think it
Yes.
was in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.3. Actually, that begs the question: Is that the fastest lap for
Yep.
the whole? Okay.
Yep, it is.
Oh,
At
wow.
night. Wow.
Yep.
What if it was during the day? What would have been like? Under 7 minutes?
Kings was agreeing with us that the winner is on that top right corner. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude.
Definitely. This is good because like the initial target of 500 pounds, we just kind of broke through that. Even like I think before the beginning of the
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, we passed it before the race.
Yeah, because I remember last night I went to the link and donated, and I looked. It wasn't even 500 yet. So I go, okay, but I was confident we'd reach it. By the time the race started, I go, wow, that moved up quick. And then I think when did we break the 1,000 pound? I think probably Stint 2, probably.
I think
I
it
think
was
it's
like
probably
Stint. Yeah,
Stint
Stint
one?
1 or Stint 2.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah, very early.
me and one of our other drivers east, we had a little bet going for my first stint. If I finished the stint in my qualifying position in fourth, he would have to donate £50. Or if I
That's good. That's a good one.
was outside of fourth or top four, then I'd have to donate £50. And it was close at times. I dropped down to fifth and then got back up to fourth, and in the end it was like a second covering fourth and fifth. So, but to be fair, he paid up straight away. So shout out to East there for doing that. So I felt a little better there.
Cupcake, are you the host for this? Are we able to check out some other drivers?
Oh, absolutely. Who do we want to
Really,
take
I'm just
look
curious to see if deliveries are all damaged.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and skip over P2. Because he had to go in to repair. That was poor Jakey.
I think they starting to struggle a little bit, like Jakey
I
and
think
Cabra.
Superman's pretty... Well, I ain't gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. No, commentators curse. No, I ain't gonna say it. Look at these nice, fancy liveries that JP has made for the Race Asylum team. How about
Look at that, no damage.
Why'd you say it?
It'll be fine. Superman, Chris, he's comfortable in this track. He knows this track, so he loves going around this.
Yeah, and then that beautiful livery that you created for Ant Smasher, that D2 kind of tribute livery to what Mercedes used to run.
Yeah, this was Nick's request when we picked, or everybody picked the AMG, and he was thinking, maybe we could an homage to the D2CLK, live with it. Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah, so speaking of homage, let's go to P2. And Jakey has gained on Blackie there, sitting at 17.2 seconds behind.
Look at
But,
that.
yeah, look at that. And look at that homage livery with the Zanavi logo on the side.
Yeah, did Nick? No, Jakey, I think, asked for this. Yes, this was his thing, his idea. So.
Chris giving you a shout out saying JP has always created insane liveries. Legend.
I appreciate the nod. I wouldn't call them insane, but it is. It's my creative outlet. It's a good thing. It's a nice creative outlet for me from my regular sort of office job. So it's good.
I will say I've tried doing liveries and I'm useless. So I'm glad there are people that can do them.
But that's not to count out the rest of the folks here in terms of liveries, because everybody was on point.
Oh, yes. This Nexus, the NRC liveries are great looking as well. Yeah. So,
like one of our regulars, a guy called Wixie, he stepped up. He said, "Oh, I'll do a couple of designs if you want to." And so he knocked out the park with that was. So, and he's racing. I think he's finishing doing the last stint for Team 2 as well. So this is
oh wow,
first time doing something like this around this track and combo, and hopefully he enjoys it.
Yeah, this is great. So now I'm looking forward to IRO season 2025. That should be good.
Yeah, and to a lot of folks that are in this race, this is kind of like a warm-up race in a sense for IRO. For any new drivers that are new to IRO, they're probably in this race right now, kind of getting used to that 24-hour endurance racing.
Perfect. So it'll be good for the 24-hour Nürb race later in the season.
Yep. And Ray, let's see. Leader is on lap 13, Ray. Lap 13.
Yeah, I think we have that on the calendar somewhere in, I don't know, May, June, something like that.
Yeah, and it's in the middle. Yeah.
And in 2 weeks' time, it's the 24 hours.
Daytona.
Daytona. Yep. Yeah.
So, a week after the Rolex 24, now mind you.
Yeah. But then the real 24-hour race starts. That's next week. It's just a warm-up. Trust me.
Yes. Yeah. This one's also a great livery. The LMP ones.
I'll be honest, as much as I love your designs, JP, I am in absolute love with the LMP livery on that Porsche.
Yeah. Green and black is always a good combo.
Yeah, and it's that bright green. Like, I'm just a sucker for it. But I want to turn my attention to the folks at MRL with their livery. Welshie, what was the inspiration behind the livery? Like, were you going for a certain theme, or, like, what was up?
To be fair, it was just left down to Wixie. You just create something that you think looks good. And he'd done a couple of liveries with a couple of different paint styles. And we voted, and this is the one we went for. So,
that's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, top marks for him, because the fading of the colours going in and out, how you do that, it's something special. So I'm glad we got him on the team. I think he's he's another new driver to sort of endurance team events. So hopefully he catches the bug and we can do some more stuff in the future.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
More participation is always good for the community.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we've started branching out now and do obviously done IRO last year. We've been doing CTC, and there's more. It's allowed people to have like a goal to aim for. You know, if we can get into that. And I said it's improved the driving standards in our league, and everyone's getting faster. Even like our lowest ranked lobby, they improving all the time. So it's only a good thing in my eyes.
Yeah, man.
Take on this. I haven't had a chance to get a good look at that one. That other BMW 8 AHR. Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me get the camera over to him. So, we're going to do a little bit of camera work here, guys. So, we'll go to Chase. I really like this livery, too, because it's got that dark purple in the green.
Yeah.
With what looks to be kind of like a gunmetal black, in a sense.
Yeah. And it's using a matte. Yeah, it's not a glossy decal, so this actually looks good.
Yeah,
Great job.
Very nice livery.
The GTR, I think it's either 13th or 14th. That's a really stunning livery on that.
We're talking
it's like orange at the bottom, and it fades into the lighter colours at the top.
Yeah, I believe I am on board with it. Yeah, Speed.
Yeah, 12th place.
Or Speed Buddy Racing. I kept saying Speed
Why
Brothers.
is the leader pitting?
Oh.
Yeah, this is definitely unique.
Oh.
And a good job with this.
Sorry about that, Jaeger.
Yeah,
looks like he had some rear aero damage.
Okay.
And I also think that Jakey was able to get the undercut as well, because if you remember, Jakey had to pit due to damage, went ahead, switched tires, got fuel, like a few laps behind Blackie. So Jakey now sitting in first with a 13.5 second lead on NRC Blackie. Alright.
Those names, I just realized I forgot that I put the dedication names on the rear window of RA2 car, but I don't think is it? Can you read it? I don't think so.
Let's take a look here. I
was trying to figure out how to make it legible, but it's hard.
You can make out a good chunk of them.
Okay. Yeah, maybe putting it on the side rear fenders would probably have been a better choice. Alright. Note to self for next time.
It's all good. And little side story with the names on the back. Ray had got with everybody that was attending the NERV 24 and offered to have decals made of people that they have lost or have lost due to mental health. So that's names of people that many of us are racing in memory of. So definitely. Oh wait, hold on. Ant Smasher spun out. Wonder what happened there. See if we can get a replay. And caught a little bit of the grass there and caused him to spin out.
Oh. Oh no!
Yeah,
Just past
YouTuber's
YouTube
corner
corner.
exit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So perfect
Just past YouTube
spot
corner. Yeah.
for some great footage. But yeah, you don't want to be included in those crash footage videos.
Ray saying it's
It's
been so
okay, yes. Keep
overwhelming, the
going.
support.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely. Completely agree.
100%. So let me ask everybody this, especially all the racers, people that are commentating, hosting. Was there like a special reason why folks wanted to race in this? Ant Smasher getting into the grass, no damage though, or the sand. But like, was there a special reason other than, hey, I'm just racing for a charity that caused people to join?
No, definitely. I do know some individuals, maybe not as close, like first degree, like most do, but over the course of my life, I've have acquaintances where I know that unfortunately had issues with mental health. So definitely, it's something that impacts everyone. Like it doesn't even, that's not even. It's not one of those hereditary or like some things where it affects certain genes more than others. No, this is everyone. I think everyone in the world can be affected by this. So definitely a good
Yeah,
cause.
yeah, same. So yeah, it's a lot of group already do the endurances, and first one of the year as well. So that got a lot of people together and interest, and obviously raising money for charity as well. I know one of our drivers lost his brother back in December to
Right.
sort of similar issues. So yeah, I think he put a post on Discord earlier on. So yeah, he's been racing sort of without over him. So
That is
fair play
close
to
to
him.
home.
He's done a really good job, and I think he's done a good send off for him. So I think he's got one more stint. Yeah, he's out on this stint now. So hopefully has another good stint and send him off for style, I think.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, definitely a proper send off.
Yeah.
It reminds me of multiple stints. Lucas has how many stints has Lucas done? I think he's raced for more than one team, right?
How
So,
how many teams there? That's the
I don't
question.
know.
Yeah, how many
He's a
stints
mercenary for
hasn't
hire.
Lucas done?
Yeah,
I'd like to get him in the comms booth.
yeah. That should be interesting. Well, we had some interesting comps with Phil. That was just hilarious.
Yeah, Phil, man, that got a little rambunctious. I
If
mean,
you,
whew.
yeah, I could just imagine if it was Phil as a Slugsy and Deering. That would be chaos.
The group needs to be reunited for another stream at some point, yeah. But those are basically the wee hour streams, right? And for those people are living in UK or Europe, so really, really tough there to stay awake. So good stuff there to see them having fun and talking about everything but the
Everything.
actual
That was
race.
that was fun.
Yes.
Because I remember that was my stint, so I couldn't. I was driving, so I watched the stint, the commentary after. I was just on the floor laughing at everything they were talking about. It was just too funny. But it was good. It was good to and just reiterating what Ray is saying on the chat right now that Phil definitely was a surprise guest and a very welcome surprise. Thank you, Phil, again. Well, he's probably passed out, but drunk. But thank you.
So it looks like NRC has gained a couple of seconds there on Jakey.
Yeah,
Last lap,
Jakey had. Wait.
Did he have a penalty? I think he was a little bit slow on the back straight.
I'm not sure. He might have had a penalty. I know tire-wise, he's definitely wore the tires down big time. I mean, Blackie is really, on fresh tires. He's only about a lap or two in. Compared to Jake, whose last pit was at lap 8. So the Kim 96.
Is it lap 8 or lap 11? Because it looks like he had two, like 18, 8, 9, 19 laps and 8, 17. So,
well,
let's say, because I think he had damage, didn't he? And then had to pit.
It might have been lap 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at the times. I don't know why that P's there on lap 8. That's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Normally it has like a red mark or something on the lap itself. Yes. So. The Kim commenting, I would love to join this race if there is going to be another in the future. Unfortunately, I didn't make it till this one. I had an old family member who passed after schizophrenia.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Sorry for your loss. But yeah, I believe in terms of, well, we do have IRO for all of these, endurance series. But in terms of charity, I'm quite sure, something else, would be planned. I'm not sure if it's for this year, but I'm sure Ray has got this, planned something. Maybe a year from now, or maybe within 2025, who knows? But stay tuned. If there's anything there, join the Race Asylum Discord, and there should be some announcements there.
JP, the Race Asylum PR manager.
No, that would be complicated.
Oh, I am not a PR manager. Have you seen me host lobbies?
What? That's great. Actually, I remember the RA North American series where we tandem, co-host the lobbies. That was good. we had that.
That was good. We did. That was a fun series, man. I would love to see another mini World Series.
Yes, I'm sure. I think Ray did promise that another one would be coming.
Yeah, because you were like the only
10
one.
lobby. Everyone, I guess, I'm assuming, ready.
Yeah, everyone's in the pits ready to go.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're on lap 15 for Jakey. So still got a little bit of time. I'm just going through the grid, trying to look for any kind of battles, and I'm not seeing anything. Things have definitely settled. Jakey's still 8 seconds ahead of Blackie, so I'll just go ahead and go through the grid. So, like I said, Jakey in first, 7.9 seconds ahead of Blackie, who is running second. He is running a minute 35 seconds ahead of his teammate Death, who is sitting in third. Death, meanwhile, running a minute 20 seconds ahead of the DMR Endurance BMW, which is piloted by RFR Frank. Frank is a minute 42 seconds ahead of P5, and that is going to be Overboost Racing Team's Gomez in the Porsche 911. Gomez has a really comfortable gap separating himself between P5 and P6. 6 minutes 49 seconds, and P6 is going to be LMP Legend, having a 45-second gap separating himself to P7, which is Oscar in the Medway Racing League BMW. His teammate MRL Shane, who is sitting in P8, is 5 minutes and 22 seconds, and that is all. He is also in the Beamer. Sitting in 9th, 3 minutes 57 seconds back from MRL Shane in the Nissan GTR. 10th position, we're looking at the 1010s BMW of S7R pole sitter, who is 5 minutes 9 seconds back from AHR Skelly. In P11, we've got the 208 Nissan GTR piloted by none other than Race Asylum Superman, 5 minutes 49 seconds behind pole sitter. 12th, we have Raffy Ace with Speed Buddy Racing, 2 minutes in, well, I should say 3 minutes in, timer's acting a little goofy. But 3 minutes 30 seconds ahead of P13, and that is going to be Race Asylums. Round out the grid, we have DTR M3 Guy in the Nissan GTR. Unfortunately, having to serve a penalty for jumping the race a lap early. So that is going to be your grid so far. Jakey is on lap 15 of 70, so he is on the penultimate lap of the stint.
Looking good.
Right guys, I am going to jump out and get back to my own team chat.
Alrighty.
Good fun joining you.
Yeah, pleasure having you.
Definitely a pleasure.
I'll leave you to it now. Enjoy the rest of the race. Good luck for the rest of the teams and all the drivers. And
Yep.
let's get this on.
Yeah.
Good luck hosting stint 10.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. And
Everything goes right.
yeah, good luck to your team also, dude.
Yeah, thank you very much, and yours.
Did I just see Jake briefly go to the green part?
Yep, that's exactly what you saw.
Okay.
Must have been getting a drink or something.
Well, he must be exhausted, like no sleep doing the whole race.
Well, I think that's what everybody's pretty much running off of at this point, is no sleep.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it is 4 in the morning over here.
Same here. We're in the same time zone.
Oh yeah, we are.
And you're still not done yet.
I am not. I've got one more stint to go. I am a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm actually awake.
I am too. Like, you must be really wired or really bored. I haven't figured out which one.
I think I was actually, you know what, with the early stints, I was sort of, you know, kind of taking a rest, just watching. But after my stint and all that rain and the excitement of just not having wet tires, it just woke me up. So.
Oh, okay. I do want to give an update here on the donations. Somebody donated 20 pounds, so we are sitting at 1720.
Thank you. Thank you, whoever that is.
Refresh. Here we go. Showing on the screen.
And Jakey is on the final lap. So Jakey
maybe
doing
go Cupcake. You can do play-by-play as his last lap as he goes through the whole track, if you want to.
Well, I was going to say, Jakey has done a really good job reclaiming first from Blackie, because Blackie and actually the NRC team got really lucky being able to leave 8 seconds before Jakey, despite that disconnect that they suffered at the beginning of stint 8.
I want to hear you call every corner name and pronounce it in the correct German way. So that's the challenge.
You seem to forget that I'm American. I will mispronounce every single corner besides the Schumacher S's.
No, what you do then? Okay, you have to do a tag team with Jaeger. So you're doing the play-by-play, and then Jaeger will just fill in the blanks for the corner names.
So,
He'll
I hate
pronounce
to
the
be
names and I'll go,
that
excuse
German
you.
guy, Cupcake, but it's the Michael Schumacher S, not the SS. It's
See,
just
look at
one.
that. Look at that.
See, look at
Already
that.
got
Yeah,
it wrong.
Already,
My
boom.
word.
The one you thought you get it right.
This part,
Instantly
Jaeger. This
smashed
part,
it.
I keep forgetting how to pronounce that part just after it starts with an S. That's all I know.
Downhill? No, that is easy, right? That's the foxhole.
Yeah,
Or
no.
Fuchsröhre in German.
Yeah.
And then we go to Adenauer Forst.
Adenauer Forest, right? Yeah.
Forest, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's basically forest, yeah.
Yeah.
So you see those trees, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
And Adenauer is like the name of the city.
Yeah, which is just
or
around here.
a town or whatever, yeah.
Town.
I don't know if it's called a city, if it's that big, but yeah. I hear nothing but silence, so...
Ooh.
Play
I think I'm losing my voice.
Oh no.
I didn't know you could have such things as sore vocal cords.
Wait, Ashley, I hope you've been drinking, something, liquids. We can't be talking like this without any liquids.
Stay hydrated. That's.
Oh, I'm staying hydrated, all right. Just thing is, I'm an introvert and I really don't talk, so I kind of stay to myself. So you put me in something like this, and I got to jabber on and talk and
What? You're doing a good job.
yeah, I'm doing my job. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry because I'm doing my job. Alright, so while we were jabbering on, Blackie has gained a few seconds on Jakey.
You're right.
Looks to be about 2.9 seconds separating P1 and P2. Clearly, it looks like tires have come into play here big time. Blackie have much better tires than Jakey. I mean, I'll just straight up tell you guys, Blackie's is about 25% worn. Jakey's, yeah, let's try 60 to 70% worn.
Oh, and
Yeah.
that's not gonna help in the upcoming sections, dude.
And moin moin, Hansa. Back from your beauty sleep.
Oh, nice to see ya, buddy. So we're gonna stay on board here, kind of switching between Jakey and Blackie, because I'm not seeing any other battles going on for any kind of positions.
Yeah, really 2 person in
Yeah.
one team, and they're leading the race. So
Yes.
Jakey just giving it his all going through.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, you could hear the tires squealing, like he is just getting it. I mean, full send. Just, yeah. Going around YouTube corner. Hey, did I get that one right, Jaeger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an official corner name, but you got
Oh,
that
Jakey
right,
in the grass, Jakey in the grass. NRC is going to take full advantage of that, so Blackie is going to retake first position. Let's see if I can get maybe a replay of that. Yep, so here we go, and it's going to give us a terrible camera angle. And then, yep, ooh, just goes too deep into the corner there, ends up scraping the walls, so...
Yeah, that corner is called ice curve or ice turn. So it's always like low grip every time. We saw
Makes
that.
sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Sometimes
Makes sense. You're going on that
sense,
crest.
yeah.
You just go off camber and you're, that's it.
So luckily, Jakey actually came out of that unscathed. Absolutely no damage to the car, and back into the grass he goes. All right, I will just stay quiet with him. Let's go to Blackie. Blackie going down the long straight here, sitting in first with a 4.5 second gap and climbing.
Hey, I think Cupcake. I think JK might not be liking you anymore after this commentator.
Jakey's stunned with that's it.
Well, I think poor
2-3
Jakey's
mistakes
getting
now.
achy.
Yeah.
All right,
Mind
so
you, this is he's been driving for quite a while, so it is a tough ask to try to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10
so-
hours in for Jakey.
and Blackie is in the pits, followed by Jakey. Ray saying she's emotional already. We love you, Ray. Watch, I'm gonna pop into the party chat. She's gonna be bawling her eyes out. Alright, so NRC Death has a very comfortable gap to RFR Frank with 1:22, so Death is going to be in third. And then RFR Frank, yep, comfortable gap as well, so, I mean, everything's pretty much looking set in stone unless we have, like, a DC. LMP Legend, 43 seconds ahead of Oscar. Oscar's 5 minutes 19 ahead of MRL Shane. Shane's 4 minutes 5 ahead of Skelly. Skelly's 4 minutes 56 seconds ahead of Pole Sitter. And Pole Sitter's almost 6 minutes ahead of Superman. And then Superman is 3 minutes 3 seconds ahead of Raffy. Raffy's 4 minutes 19 seconds. We were 1 minute away from a great reference. Ahead of Ant Smasher. Ant Smasher is 3 minutes 8 seconds ahead of DTR Me Guy. M3 Guy. So NRC The Death just entered the pits.
What? Possible rain already in the next lobby.
What?
What?
Hope they have wet tires.
I hope we had. Fingers crossed.
Don't do a JP.
But yeah, it looks basically the same with like the huge cloud cover and the headlights being turned on. So exactly how it started in stint 8 with that short but heavy downpour.
Does look cloudy.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at kind of the little screen, and it ain't looking too good.
Same on my big screen. Yeah. So it's probably again maybe a bit of luck timing when you get released. So those who are on their outlap, they might suffer some rain. And those sitting in the pits waiting for the driver swap.
Yep, which, speaking of which,
could
RFR
benefit.
Frank just went into the pits. He is sitting in fourth.
So stint 10, I know the preset weather for the first 2 slots, right? And the last 2. I'm looking at stint 10.
But we
Supposed to
waited
be-
like for 30 minutes. Those are like since the race started.
Oh, right.
2
So
slots, they're
SS07,
done,
yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, exactly.
No, they got the I think how many slots are in the middle about?
Yeah, that's
5,
the
I think.
problem with the setup here with the big track and the long in-lap happening. So you have to start early, and then you, probably lose those starting slots for actual racing.
True.
ORT Gomes is getting ready to go into pit lane, and there he is. P5 ORT Gomez.
Oh, I'm just seeing, did Kaz get a penalty?
Half a second it is, but I guess the chicane?
Yes, definitely. That's an easy one. Bonjour, Abid. Morning, Gov.
Naomi saying, a lot has changed since I last watched at 1 in the morning. Yeah, you missed a lot, buddy. Multiple DCs, downpour, in stint 8. It's been insane.
Oh yes, I did stint 8, so you will see Plug of the Year moment there.
Yep. Just wait until December. If you want to find out now, it's going to be $280 donation.
Yes. Put that donation and then we will tell you.
Yep. And then me and Jaeger will sing a song for you.
Do it.
Yeah. So you basically have like 3 hours to hit that goal, then we can prepare still for Cupcake's final stint 11.
Yeah.
So
And hopefully I can get some sleep afterwards.
Coffee and bacon sandwich time. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, dude. Don't even. Oh, we're at 1740 now for the donations.
Great job.
See, look at that, Naomi. Only 260 more pounds. Come on, cough it up. I know you got it sitting somewhere underneath your couch.
So I see windshield wipers going. So, yikes. The rain.
Yikes on a kite.
Hit the track. Not too hard, but still a little bit. Still manageable on slick tires.
It's still looking at the very small moisture meter bar, so it's really slowly slow some parts.
Yeah, slowly increasing. Yeah, I see the visuals now increasing. Now, So I might go full screen.
I think you might need to.
Yeah, you might need to. It probably would be a good idea.
So
because
let's do that.
You know, they make things to fix that.
Yeah, but it's rain at the Nürburgring.
So look at this.
And drivers are on slick tires. And what's the call? Hidomi getting into the pits now. What about Keza? He's also not too far behind, 10 seconds roughly. The gap made it safely back into the pits probably, and yeah.
Simon saying, show us the rain, Jaeger.
Here is the rain. There is the rain. And we see the spin. Philip with the massive spin already. That's tricky. A bit of a compression happening. And then, yeah. Probably. Let's watch it again. Now coming out of YouTube's corner and then on the power. Boom. Doing a 900, not completed. The 1080.
I give that a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh, let's see the other drivers. Yeah, are struggling like crazy. Grumpy, Modena in that BMW. What about
Ooh.
and ORT? They are out on track, but basically on slick tires when that rain hit, so they are struggling as well. Rear damage, and we are in heavy wet conditions now. In heavy wet conditions and on racing soft tires for ORT, so bad timing for
Yeah,
those drivers.
so horrible for the top 5, but wonderful for the rest.
Yeah, they might.
Because they're all sitting in pits, so...
Yeah, they're hoping to get released. Oh, and another spin. Caught that.
yeah. Got
But
lucky.
yeah, and yeah, not even halfway through the lap in those conditions. This will be, yeah, a pain. And they are doing the official Hansa challenge now, by the way.
What is the Hansa challenge?
Driving on slick tires in heavy wet conditions, basically.
Alrighty. That's what we like to see.
Jaeger, you know what this calls for. That means you will need to sing Eurythmics' Here Comes the Rain again.
Oh, no, I haven't practiced that at all. I'm not that familiar with Eurythmics, unfortunately. I know plenty of songs, but probably not that one. But yeah. It's raining. Man, no, it's on June. But let's see. So the top 2, they're on intos. Kaza gained a ton of time. We know, like, Kaza is like a maniac in those conditions. And pushing like crazy. That gap down to 2.5 seconds now. And poor Philip finally made it back into the pits, lost some time. And same goes for EMR Endurance, Grumpy, Modena. It has eased off a little bit, still soaking wet on that second half of that lap. Very, very slow and losing time like crazy. ORT also
LMP
struggling.
going into
And
the
another
pits.
spin. Front right damage everywhere. So this is, I know you don't want to see it, but we have to show it, like to demonstrate how tricky the conditions are. So it's basically like already easy, just going off the throttle, and then just no car control, aquaplaning into the barrier.
Then just ricocheting from side to side.
You're a passenger, yeah. So we have heavy wets for LMP Chef. I think that's a bit of a not sure, not the ideal call. I think intermediates are fine. We probably see a trying track already, so not sure if full wets are the best call. It's definitely intermediate territory.
Oscar just went into the pits, so we should be seeing... I'm not sure if he's up next for MRL.
FP4 hitting and getting rid of the soft, so maybe... Well, let's see. Kaza right up the trumpet of Idomi's car. Oh, let's get on board action. Oh, with Kaza. Like, he just sees a big wang. And he's showing his rain driving skills. Wet weather driving. This is where Kaza shines. And yeah, where wasn't it? Small gap on the inside. Couldn't get the car alongside. Now better traction by the looks out of X-Mühle, and we are heading towards Bergwerk. Brake early for that one, don't understeer into the cross and the barrier. Good exit again, and this should be Kaza's run through Kesselchen up towards Smooth Kurve. Still staying behind. Will he get the move done? He should be able to, but it's too late now, I think. It's too late. Idomi defending the inside line. Kaza has to lift, has to back out. Into Mutkurve we go. Whoa. It is intense racing in tricky conditions. Oh, this one flying. Now again, going around the outside. Camera. Yeah, great shot. Perfect timing. They go side by side. And Kaza with the inside heading towards the carousel. The front lifted a little bit and Kara. Kara, what's that? Yeah, come on, you can do better. I know it's been a long day, but Kazar! That's what I wanted to say, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah, here we go. Taking the lead. A nice little setup around the outside. Dan has the inside line, and before the braking zone for the carousel, Kaza goes into P1. But NRC Idomi still close. Around about half a second, those two. Let's see if Kaza can
That
break
was
free.
a magnificent move. Definitely a magnificent move there by Kaza.
Yeah,
Master in the rain.
ballsy move as well, yeah. But no risk, no fun, I guess. Just
Call him Coach Kaza now because Cupcake and I have been our students in his training sessions. he did teach us how to drive in the rain. So we're getting there. No, we're not at his level, of course.
But that's true, yeah. And this is also like, at the start of Kaza's fourth stint. So, start of racing hour number 9 for Kaza in this event. Nuts, yeah. Quickly have a look at Voodoo for about a 3-second penalty coming out of pits on intermediates. So, ORT, they finally made it into the pits with Semanel. And damage now being fixed. And is it intermediates? Yes, it is intermediates. And Kaza opening up that gap. Look at that, 1.7 seconds. Out of Schwalbenschwanz we go, Kleine Karussell, and back on to the power good traction. Also, not too shabby from MRC Idomi. 1.5. So if you can keep that distance, might get a little bit of a tow down the long. Oh, and Kaza is off! Oh, but just onto the grass. But lost all the momentum.
Wow.
And this gives the BMW the big advantage with the toe down the straight. They go side by side. And NRC Idomi back into the lead after that little mistake coming out of Geigenkopf for Kaza. He still has the slipstream though. Who is last of the lates? Who wants to break later? My tongue doesn't want to do what my brain tells. But all good, all good. Still Kaza is close behind 3/10. Probably not close enough to send it down the inside. We'll see. He's showing his nose. Maybe forcing Idomi into mistake. No. Just wanted to see. I clipped that little off track. I think Kaza. Let's see. Yeah, just understeered a little bit into the barrier, but no damage. Yeah, but lost the momentum, lost the speed. So
Yeah, it was a good angle to be making that impact, so minimize the damage.
it was lucky. Yeah, but that battle is still on, and the track is, I think, ready for the slick tires again. If you keep it on that
The dry line.
dry line, yeah, but again, if you want to battle, you have to get off that line at some point. But probably intermediate still the safe bet.
That takes a lot of courage to go off the line to make any moves.
Yeah. But this is amazing to see the top two battling for position after 19, no, 18 hours and something. Quick math is also difficult after such a long time. But yeah, after a very long distance of racing.
That sounds good.
That sounds good. But this is basically, yeah, dry, you know, that racing line, it's dropped below that first bar.
It does, but I definitely remember from stint 8 that there are some parts of the track, the lower parts, you know, where you would expect water to take just a little bit longer to dry up. So there are some wet portions that are deceiving, that you think it's okay, but it's not. I learned that the hard way, by the way.
Get that angle. See, so Idomi is looking for the wet patches already. Throwing some water into Kaza's face.
Trying to cool down those inters.
Yeah, that's probably the idea. But I think they start to feel the grip and they push. And those intermediates still looking good with the wear. So still like the track's still moist. So the wear is not too bad on those inters. Or both can attack, but they probably realized now the next lap definitely back to the slicks. See a bit deep into our first for Kaza. Lost half a second.
That's why I didn't see it. That's where my incident was.
So that seconds still good. Oh, using that inside curve. I never do that. Maybe that's why I lose time everywhere. Very aggressive lines. Yeah.
That it is.
Now in those trying conditions, it looks like Kaza hasn't got the advantage anymore. Needs to stay with the BMW now for the rest of the lap. Maybe get a nice little toe and a slingshot down the main straight. A bit deep as well, hits the wall, no damage. Luck again, but so easy.
Wow, that's skill to be making impact on the wall at a certain angle with minimal damage.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Oh.
Update from Ray, we're at 1,774
Update,
points.
yeah, I will do that. Here we go. Oh, big wiggle once again. So Kaza is maybe overdriving the car. Now a little bit. Probably he's eager to stay with the leader, but maybe a bit too much now in those conditions. Oh, it's dry. So do we have anyone on slick tires already? No, Philip in E3, also on intermediates. Grumpy Modena on inters in P4. ORT driver Zemanel also on intermediates with a little bit of front aero damage. We have LMP. The chef is cooking on racing softs. Here we go. So they used the heavy wets, and now they are the first of the top drivers, top teams to run the racing soft tires. Udo the same for MRL on racing softs. Iceman as well. So they were a bit further down, and they used that opportunity to get onto those slicks. Simon for AHR still running inters on the outlap. So maybe a not ideal team strategy call. It's definitely slick tire conditions now. Intermediates, yeah,
Correct.
the safe way, but you have to pit the next lap. Definitely. So 9 cars are out on track currently, and at the front 3 seconds now. That gap between Idomi and Kaza. Oh, Kaza still lucky, no damage. Oh, but now losing a little bit of time. And 3 seconds is too much. Don't get a slipstream. And the long straight is just around the corner, literally. So coming through Stefan Bellof for Idomi into Schwalbenschwanz. We go. Also tricky on the outside. But that try line is, yeah, quite wide already. So you have a little bit of a gap on the left and on the right hand side. But it's also like good to see for both of the drivers. So they know they can attack on racing softs. So the ORT driver in the pits on intermediates will get onto the racing
There might be a
softs.
dry line, but the curbs will still be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bit moist.
That is true, yeah. Stay away from those curbs on that first lap. But basically, if you can keep it inside the racing line, the dry racing line now, you should be fine. 2.5 seconds, so a good run for Kaza on the back straight. And now pretty sure we will see both of the drivers sending it into the pit. Yeah, here we go. Leaders in, Kaza right behind. 2 seconds, a great final sector for Kaza, just 2 seconds. That gap. A bit of a fuel advantage for that BMW. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Kaza refueling? Probably not. No. Soft for both. No one refueled. Oh, look at Kaza. Kaza's cheating, right? Gained another half a second. Just like that. What?
Look
how?
at that.
How?
That's the Red Bull, pit stop team there. Pit
Okay.
crew.
Okay, that's back up to 1.8, but it still gained 2-3 tenths. That pit exit. But I'm not complaining at all. We have a nice little fight for the overall lead here, so goes out, and guys are pushing it early, like not like nursing the tires at all. 6/10, boom, here we go.
Hansa is saying in the chat that apparently we have a well-trained pit crew.
Okay.
That's the advantage with Hansa gets. But Hansa, I should tell you that in my state, my pit crew forgot wet tires. There you go. I will have to fire the pit crew. Oh, this is some battle.
It is, indeed. So now this is the tricky part for Kaza again. So I think that line is not wide enough to go side by side. But at some point, you have to, if you want to send it somewhere. So.
And we touched on this earlier that, hey, it will take some courage to try to wander off that dry line and try to make a boom.
Yeah. And unless you want to like stay behind for the time. Oh, a big wiggle and Kaza around the outside on the wet stuff. Ooh, big moment.
Oh my God.
But he saved it. He saved it somehow. So I go full replay mode for the entire section of it into Hatzenbach. We go a little bit wiggly already, and then we see like a little drift happening. Whoa! Car just snapped, and then Keza goes around the outside and does a nice little Tokyo drift impression in his Nissan and takes the lead once again, but just 3/10. And we see blue flags as well. Who's that car in front? Oh, I just saw. Oh, big moment for Idomi. We saw it. The car got loose already on the exit of the Foxhole Fuchsröhre, and then no way he could save that. So once again, it's replay time now. Look at that. So he was so close, and then we'll probably see him. The car gets unsettled. Still wedged probably at some point. Yeah, the curb, sideways, boom, over the curb. Bam! Massive impact. Rear front damage. For
That's
NRC.
That's exactly what happened to me.
You can feel whatever, right? But
I can feel I sympathize. I can guarantee we probably hit the same wet spot.
yeah. So breathe now for Keza. 8 seconds with that damage. That gap will go up. So NRC Idomi in P2. The gap to P3 is still 2 minutes and 38 seconds. A 3-second penalty on top for Philip in the second NRC car, the Porsche 911. 1 minute 32. The gap to the MR Endurance with Grumpy Modena. And it's 4 minutes for ORT and also 3 seconds seems to be the theme. That wet pit exit still tricky. And I know I get it what Cupcake said, so the voice is cracking now.
You need to take a pause and just get a sip of water.
Yep, I will do that in a minute.
What is I forgot to ask. What is how much damage does NRC Idorni had? If any?
The front.
That seemed massive.
Yeah,
So
yeah, a front
and
rear
back?
suspension,
Yeah.
but no engine. So engine still okay, but it
Okay.
could be like the worst case happening. That impact was huge.
Yeah. It did not look pleasant at all.
No, not really. LMP in P6 with Chef. A minute to Voodoo for Medway Racing League, the #1 car. 14, 4 minutes. Then to the sister car with Iceman driving the 43. They're all on the soft tires. We have Simon for AHR still driving on the intermediates. Didn't come into the pits, but also runs with a little bit of damage on the front. Then a 10/10th Racing are out on track with JZ. And 3 seconds. That's the third car, I think, running with a 3-second penalty. So still waiting for 4 more drivers to join the track after the driver swap. So
that looks like JZ probably got the penalty from the pits.
3 seconds is like cutting some of the pit
Yeah.
lane lines
Pit exit most likely.
or overtaking under yellow flags, but I don't really see another car that close or that something happens. So, and
So it's
shadow
most
as well,
likely the pit
3
exit.
seconds.
Yeah.
So this is it's still tricky. I think they're all coming out on slick tires, and that pit exit is also a weird one. So
Yes, I
because
know because that happened to me as well.
yeah, with a nice little spin as well. But you actually want to go over to the dry racing line, but then you have like, oh no,
Yes,
there's this solid white line. I
there's a
cannot.
solid white line.
And then you're
Yes.
on the wet stuff, and then you have to be so careful. And yeah, this is a weird situation in that game. Yeah, Kaza 19 seconds that gap, and NRC Inomi, they will be happy when they get back to the pits, repair that damage, and let's actually stay with them for the entirety of the pit stop and especially the pit exit. We can see if it's still wet. So it still shows like over the first bar in the pit lane, like there it's still wet.
We'll
So,
see the pit exit.
so they are repairing the damage. That's one good thing. Wait, so we see traction control, or I see traction control, throttle control as well. That looks fairly okay and made it over to the dry line. Didn't cut that white line, so okay,
Good job.
it is doable. What am I doing here? Ah, this is the replay of that massive crash again. Boom. Ah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But
Oh yes, that's exactly what happened to me. That is too funny.
it is, yeah.
But this is good. Jakey in the chat is saying this driving all this intense 10 hours is just hurting his brain. So I can't even imagine. Jakey, shout out to you for even doing this. You and Kaza making this attempt. So good job, And you're right, it is for charity, so applause to you.
Yeah, we need to send the Netflix crew over and do a documentation. How was this possible?
Oh yes. Netflix documentary coming up.
Yeah. So Philip was serving that 3-second penalty. That is painful. Like I don't know how much time you actually lose. 6 seconds maybe at the end. You're basically being stopped on that long straight.
Is everyone out pits? Right? They should be.
I think so, but I will
Oh,
quickly have a look. So we have Shadow is out, yeah, in P11, and Yanni as well for Speed Buddy Racing. So 2 drivers still missing. That's Toby and Moomin for Race Asylum and DTR. Shouldn't be that long, I reckon. And they missed all the fun. Oh, it's like
yeah, if you could call that fun.
maybe, yeah. I mean, challenge and whatever, and like imagining that post race driver briefing where the top runners were like complaining about the crazy rain that happened, and the drivers P10 and down was like, wait a minute, you had rain in that stint? So yeah, they still see those wet patches, but yeah, it should be good to attack now. Let's see, not touching those curbs yet, so I can't really tell you. they're still a bit moist, but yeah. Let's see. Ah, that's okay. You should be able to attack to go over those curves again. So yeah, Toby and Moomin still waiting for those two drivers to complete their swap sequence. But the car is pretty, yeah. I know it's stupid. So, and yeah, I mean the most insane thing to me is like they're actually leading this race. Like the two crazy people doing this two-man challenge.
I couldn't agree more.
So yeah.
I'm definitely rooting for them to not only finish the race but actually win it. So they're in an excellent position right now.
Yeah, they're definitely in the driver's seat now. So I guess this was like the last bit of rain in that lobby. So just have a quick look at the overall schedule. So yeah, so we'll be definitely finishing in sunny conditions. That's stint, and those random bits they they delivered, yeah, but I'm not sure how many random bits are actually left. So we actually started with the random bits and not the sunny conditions.
Well, the first rain was in stint 8, which I was in. Not in stint 9, then another one stint 10. So let's go with a pattern, and maybe not in stint 11,
final
and
stint.
it will be rain in stint 12.
I mean, I would have actually liked to see the final 2 slots in stint 12 to be random as well. I really would like to. Can we please change that?
That might be too much.
It's sadistic, probably. Yeah, I know, but
that's exactly it.
But I feel like Ray is feeling what I mean. No, Jaeger, no. No one would notice. Trust me. Who is hosting the final stint?
Isn't it you?
I would really like to host that final stint, if that's okay.
And you will sneak it in?
I would actually sneak in some RO8, so just because.
RO8?
Wait.
You're definitely truly sadistic.
I want to have a guaranteed rain, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Nick, something like that pattern. That sounds good, yeah.
That is just too crazy, Nick.
Yeah. So, if we could spam a meme into the YouTube chat, it would be that Leonardo DiCaprio theme, where he's pointing at exactly. Look at that thing.
Well, you know what? It is for fun. Your call if you want to make that decision.
Yeah, you're in charge. Here we go.
You're in charge. You're the organizers. If you want to make it interesting.
Oh no.
And do that crazy sequence, Nick.
Yeah.
RO8, SO1, RO8. Go ahead.
Exactly, Ray. So you just have your eyes closed and you randomly select something, and it might just end up being heavy rain. So yeah, cool. Yeah, we summoned
no intermediates or wets allowed. Only racing tires allowed. No intermediates or wets.
Yeah. Hey, you have practice doing that.
That I do, yeah.
Evo, I have been summoned. Someone talking about heavy rain. Here we go. So, bit of a race update. Now 47 seconds that gap. From Gaza 2 P2 with Idomi and Philip in P3. So still the NRC crew. Both cars on the podium with some very unlucky moments throughout this event. Still strong, and who knows what can happen. I have a look at the overall race timer, so still over 5 hours. Still over 5 hours, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, anything still can happen. You never know.
So I'm gonna quickly grab something to drink before my voice totally ends up in the bin.
All right.
Be back in a second.
We'll be back after the short break.
So I think that's better. Where's my keyboard? Let's go. So, running through the grid. Before for DMR Endurance, Grumpy Modena. 3.5 minutes to ORT in P5. And the lap times are slowly getting down. Again, 8:05 currently, the fastest lap in trying conditions. And it's LMP in P6, and we see a purple sector, but then also a wild drift. Pushing a bit too much, maybe? I don't know. You know the drill, yeah? Like Hansa said, who's lurking? There's still like the cupcakes announcement. If we hit 2K, he wants to sing a song with me.
Yes, a duet. And I think the chat should actually choose the song.
And I also know why no one is donating, because I haven't put the donation link into the stream chat. What a blab. So
Yes, you know what? The link would help.
Hey, it's in the description, but I've pinned it usually also as a chat message, so. No, we are not too tired. Not at all. See? We can still write something and pin something in chat. Here we go. No excuses. Not yet.
There you go. It's there for everyone. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that too. So, personal best still for Chef. Voodoo also going blue. I think everyone is improving now in those drying conditions. So basically flat out now on track. Just a couple of dark clouds, but they are not looking very menacing. Or maybe those are the clouds moving away from the track. And watch it rain like crazy now in the next 5 minutes.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. Okay, now watch it.
Oh, Simon on racing softs with the damage into the pits in P9. It is the 3.5 minutes that gap to P10. It is still nice for Simon and the AHR crew. The 10th racing in P10. It's is a match probably. So now, I mean, they would be pleased, I think, to finish and in the top 10.
Oh, definitely.
So keep it up.
You've had some good solid drives, so yes.
Evo,
And
yeah.
I know JSET's had definitely been focused on getting familiar with this track, so I think he should be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Jakey crashed a couple of times, but they're still leading somehow. Keza crashed also. Doesn't matter. Oh, that's the shadow. 11 for Race Asylum 208. Yanni for Speed Buddy Racing. And we have all cars out on track now, by the way. So we have a look at those two cars we haven't covered so far. That is Toby for the Race Asylum number 1, AMG number 80, and 1 minute 40 the gap to Dream Team Racing with DTR Moomin on soft tires in that Nissan GTR. So, no.
If you go back to Toby's thing, the time did it say 1 hour in the pits?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I did see it right.
Yeah, it actually says 1 hour. But it's actually just 42 minutes behind Keza.
Wow.
They had to sit in the pits for a bit
Yeah.
for all of them, yeah. So but yeah, that's probably not that often that you see a lap time that long.
I didn't even know that you could accommodate all those digits.
Yeah. Still room. Double digits. You can park it in.
You learn something. You learn something new.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, it's good that all cars are on track, though, so that is definitely good news.
Oh, and look at that. NRC Idomi is flying now. 759.1.
Oh, there it is, making a statement.
Yeah. I mean, what could have been without that damage?
Could have been.
Keza and Idomi Day would be fighting for that P1. So now it's just like, hey, just me. Please stand by. Come on. Let me join the lobby. Game.
Well, while you're trying to address the technical issues, I will take this opportunity to actually step out and get some rest and try to catch the last part of the race.
Okay, I'm back in the lobby, by the way. So now I hear you again. So my game froze or disconnected.
Oh, okay.
But I'm back. I'm back. So we have a not updated timing and standings tower on the left hand side. So as usual, when you join a lobby midway through a race, it takes some time to update. So we still have Kaza in the lead. And last time it was something about 42 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. We wait for the update. It's also not lap 1 of the stint, so we are further down already.
How long does it usually take to update? A whole lap?
Usually a lap, yeah, but that lap is quite long.
Yes.
That is the issue, yeah. So once the drivers are crossing the start-finish line, then it will get updated on my screen. So that's why we just ignore what we are seeing for now, and then it will be fixed soon. It's not too far. Yeah, Cars are doing a 1 hour and 24-minute lap. What a guy.
That's something.
It has to be the longest racetrack in the world.
Well, while we wait for
another off
this. Uh-oh.
We should get an update soon. And with soon, I'm doing like my quote finger. Like, but yeah.
Air quotes.
And the air quotes, okay, yeah, that's actually the way I wanted to say it, but didn't know. Air quotes, yeah, I like that.
Air quotes. Might as well do air guitar.
Yeah. I guess all of you because I was pitting, that's not happy probably with the standings. Damn you! But yeah, I hope some of you were doing the air guitars as well during the stints. there was
Into
also
the pits.
an announcement, let's rock and roll. Yeah, that's what we did when we started that one. So Kazai into the pits, but still should show up once he crosses that start-finish line. Hopefully we get an actual lap count. Oh, it still says lap 1. Yeah, so maybe we have to wait for the first sector then. So Kaza and Jakey, the two-man team, they are still leading this race. Here we go. No. He was briefly on P1. Game, you can do it. You can do it. You can actually do something good for me now. Update the positions and the lap count, please.
We are anxiously awaiting for the update. Let us see.
And with our luck, it will take us another lap to see that. We see some changes happening. I blame it on Kaza because he pitted and like confused the game even more.
Yes, blame everything on Kazan.
No problem with that. Well, maybe when entering the Nordschleife, maybe. So, at least it's showing NRC Adobe right behind Kaza. That's also correct, but we don't have an actual gap. But that's
Well, according to Jakey in the chat, it's 10.3.
10.3. Yeah, it was just like when I changed, so they're basically on the same part of the track now and flying through that section. Hatzenbach, but cuts the track limits slightly. Too aggressive over the grass. So run about 10 seconds it is.
We got a penalty.
Yeah. Saw him like going a bit too wide on the exit. The entry of Hatzenbach. So that gives you a half a second. I think it's on the Nordschleife itself. It's quite rare that you get a track limit penalty.
Exactly. And just saying in the chat, stop the count because Toby is showing his P4.
Not anymore. Is it? Yeah, Toby is running in P4. Look at that. Stop it.
With Shadow at P3 as well.
Red flag.
Take a screenshot.
Red flag the race. Yeah.
Come on, Toby, you can do it.
I mean, there's now actual proof on a live stream. But you can tell all your friends and family and whatever. Look at that.
You go.
5 hours left in a 24-hour race and I'm running P4.
Good job, Toby, regardless of the outcome.
See, chat is liking it. Oh no. Toby dropped a position. Why? Another one. No.
Dropping. It's dropping now.
Yeah. I think we are getting rid of that glitch in the matrix. Here comes Kaza.
So this, what it looks like, I guess, is it's not updating, but it's basing it on actual position on the track, like where they are right now. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Somehow the spectate most tries to keep up with the racing action and like getting misleading informations all the time. Wait, something is not correct. It's also not just like under a second, not even close. But yeah, very weird to see. You will probably see now Keza jumping Toby in the standings.
Yeah, you can see Toby just in front of Kaza right now.
Will you do that without performing an overtake? That's the question. So okay, game is confused again. They have no more deltas. It's like watch the lobby crash again for me. Or like buffer overflow exception or something like that. No happening.
Yes, Sansa, yeah, maybe that is the case. This is real. Everything that happened prior to this is a glitch.
This is the actual reality. Oh, Keza again into the wall. But again, no damage. He's got so lucky.
That's talent. That's talent to be making impacts to the wall and no damage.
Yeah.
He just knows exactly the right angle to make that impact. I don't even see any damage and scratches on the livery. That is what I'm proud of. That is what I'm happy about.
Yeah, hopefully we get then the update when Keza finally crosses the start-finish line.
I would hope so.
But still, nice little bit of racing action there. Also, ORT with Zemanel.
Where was ORT running? Fifth?
I think P5 is correct. Yeah.
P5, right? Okay.
Pretty sure. So we had Keza, then both NRC drivers and DMR Endurance before, and then ORT. That should be correct.
All right, moment of truth.
Yeah, the moment of truth. Yeah, exactly. Is this all just a dream? Probably, yeah. And you will wake up to the harsh reality. Now, and see, yeah, lap 9, here we go. Finally, starting lap 10 of the stint, Keza leading. So now,
that's good.
Every driver that crosses the line, we will get an update. NRC Idomi into the pits, though.
Perfect. Sounds good.
I know that's
Hansa, this is reality. This is reality. And also, what's reality is that 1,774 pounds donation we have so far, and that is actually great news. Just as a good reminder, and anyone else who might be watching the stream, please donate. Link is provided in the chat.
See, updated. Nearly 1.8k. So now we have gaps between the top two drivers, 42 seconds. So that's probably where we left when I had that small little disconnect from the lobby.
This looks more accurate now. So,
and at least for the top two, yeah. The rest still like totally mixed up.
Well, with that, I will take this opportunity to actually take a break and get some rest, and then try to catch the last part of the race. So,
right.
I will leave you, Jaeger, and yes, you know, I'm sure you will, you know, grace us again with a rendition of some song of your choice. And
Yeah,
when Cupcake comes back, hopefully
Maybe.
we've reached 2,000 pounds in donations, and then you and Cupcake can finally do the long-awaited duet that's been promised.
Yeah, we'll see. So I have the honor to finish the event as well on stint 12. So yeah, maybe that's a good opportunity to sing in the end. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bid you goodbye.
Cheers.
Ray, please get some rest. Ray is still awake. Please get some rest.
Too early to get a rest.
That's true.
We're not done.
And no matter what, Ray, this has been a smashing success. And look at the donations that we have. So definitely a great job, and great job by everyone involved. Okay,
Nothing to add. Exactly.
Yeah, nothing to add. So good night, and I'll catch you in the last part, your last step, and I'll watch the ending. And hopefully it should be exciting. And, maybe some rain. Let's see. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So we are slowly getting there with the standings. Top 3 should be in the correct order now. So Kaza for Chakas Racing, 42 seconds on that gap. NRC Idomi in P2. And Philip for NRC, 777 in E3. And then we are probably still missing the DMR Endurance in between Philip and ORT. So we wait for that update to happen. Looking like we get some updates. We see LMP. Here we go. We have E4 now. Grumpy Modena for the 24. BMW for DMR Endurance. And ORT, now that gap is updating as well in P5. And LMP, they should be sitting in P6. Yeah. That should be correct now. MRL with both of their cars inside the top 10, P7 and P8 for the 2 BMWs. Voodoo and Iceman driving. Then it's Apex Hunter Racing, Simon, P9, and in P10 it's 10th Racing. Then the gap looks a bit weird. Position probably correct. Shadow in P11, Yanni E12 for Speed Buddy Racing, Toby in P13 for Grace Asylum, and DTR Moomin for Dream Team Racing in P14. So great to have all 14 teams still running in this event with 4 hours and roughly 50 minutes on scheduled time. So we'll see how we can match that with the lap count for the final 2 stints. And then let's wait for an updated lap time for Keza. So, fastest lap recorded in that lobby is a 7:59.3. Not sure if this is really the fastest lap, because we missed a little bit. Keza gets a nice little toe. And we could see maybe a personal best. It looks like a very strong lap again. Sub 8 minutes incoming for Keza. Fastest lap of the stint. Well done. That slipstream was really beneficial for Keza. 40 seconds. The gap to Idomi, and they're on their out lap. So this won't be a new fastest lap, but with the gap being roughly 42 seconds, now 40.7, so they're on a mission again. Probably one of the fastest out laps. 8 minutes 11 seconds. And looking at the tires and the fuel, this will be the inlet for Philip and the NRC crew. We're 1.5 minutes away. DMR Endurance, they did their pit stop. Tires still looking good. Bit of wear. That gap will come down a little bit. 1 minute 30, maybe a bit less. ORT in P5, 8:03.2 last time around. Personal best by the looks. Next Porsche on the grid is the LMP car with the chef. We also hear the campsite at Brünnchen is waking up. We hear some blasting beats coming through. In 2 minutes the gap to Voodoo in P7 for MRL number 1. Another 2 minutes 40 to the sister car in P8 with Iceman driving. That's nearly a lap between them and Simon in P9 for Apex Hunter Racing. JZ for 1010 Racing still running in P10, and we see P3. They're in the pits now, as expected. The fuel is low. The tires are done. So, new softs. Probably 50 liters-ish. A little bit less. Maybe a little bit more. Way more than expected, to be honest. And away we go. before they can go for a bit longer. ORT as well with the fuel and the tires. Looking good. And yeah, big gaps to the cars around. 3.5 minutes to P4 and nearly 4 minutes to P6. Personal best for LMP Chef, 8:03. Ooh, that rear, that BMW, we saw that earlier. Couple of spins or near spins happening, but got it back under control and driving that BMW safely in P7. Same goes for Iceman. A huge gap behind. 7+ minutes to Simon. I think now we have slowly the updated gaps to the leaders as well. Uh, 99 minutes, that's probably not correct in P11. More than 5 minutes to gap to P10. It's a bit of a task to complete. Between the next drivers, also big gaps, multiple minutes, 3.5 minutes roughly, between Shadow and Yanni. 5 minutes 40 seconds between Yanni and Toby, and 1 minute 50 between Toby and Moomin. Oh, waiting. And let's talk about this car again. So we heard it, we mentioned it a couple of times in chat. So Jakey and Kaza both are doing this 24-hour event in that car, so 2 drivers sharing that seat, and this is an amazing achievement. And yeah, crazy thing is they're leading this race so far. So what's the story of this race? They started in P8, so they were just missing the opportunity to compete in the Super Bowl qualifying session on Friday. And so yeah, started in P8. And after 23 hours and 20 minutes of racing, we see them running in the lead, 35 seconds the gap. Yes, NRC Idomi, the fastest driver on track at the moment, with a 7:57.0 currently. But still unbelievable. Like Jakey Kaza, that rhythm. And it's one more stint for Jakey, and then Kaza will do the final stint of that race again. So it's still more than 2 hours seat time for Kaza. The end of that one, and then the final stint. Yeah, kudos for that adventure, that experiment. And yeah, we heard it like for the course of that stream, they decided to take on that challenge, that huge challenge. And we have the 666 car. Also, what a story so far. So, started on pole position at race. Then the first stint, they suffered severe damage with a crash, front, rear, and also engine. So fell down to P1213 after that incident and started their comeback. So by the end of stint number 6, they were leading. I think they increased their gap, so to just have a disconnect before the start of stint number 8. So all the hard work basically been voided. So they could rejoin that race, and they actually had such a big gap that they started stint 9 leading again. And then with rainy conditions, so it was a back and forth between the Chakars racing team and the NRC car. And then at the start of the stint, we saw that massive crash where Idomi and Kaza were fighting for position, and Idomi hit that wet patch at Adenauer Forst and had a huge crash with front and rear damage. So since then, the next comeback had to be started, and oh boy, they're flying once again. So that gap was 42 seconds, and now 33. So this is far from over, I would say. That the pace NRC is showing, crazy stuff. So yeah, roughly half a minute between the top two. they're on the same strategy for now. And yeah, with over 4 hours left of racing, and you never know, especially with Jakey and Kaza, they have to be tired like crazy after their stint so far. And when you're tired, mistakes can happen. And, definitely interesting and exciting to watch this one. In P3, it's the second NRC team, 777. They started P2, so front row, qualifying for Nexus Racing Concept. And the gap to DMR Endurance, 1 minute 19 seconds. And we can have a look at ORT. The Manel E5 currently in no man's land. 3 minute 36 the gap, and 3 minute 55 to the car in front and behind. And looking at the tires and the fuel, we might see one more lap and then see the final scheduled pit stop for new tires. Kaza into the pits, low on fuel. Looks like 5 laps to finish this stint on fresh, soft tires. What about P2? Tires still looking okay, fuel also looking okay. So they could run one more lap. What's the decision? Yeah, they're staying out. They will probably briefly take the lead again. Where is Kaza? Coming out of the pits. It's close, it's close. Side by side they go, and around the outside it is. No, went too deep into the first turn. And Kaza keeps that position. He won after the pit stop. Now with fresh tires to finish that stint. I guess it will be in this lap. Right. I have a link for the next stream, so I'll try to integrate that while we are still running with NRC Idomi and Kaza that fight for P1. Right. Sorted. So now we can focus on that one. Kaza trying to open up that gap, but he has the pit stop advantage, so just came out of the pits. And NRC, Idomi, they have to visit the pit crew probably by the end of the current lap. And then we should be back to roughly 30 seconds. Great run through the fast flowing section into Adenauer Forst we go once again. Keeping it nice and steady. 1 second please. Fill the gap. Not much separating those two at the moment. Maybe a little bit of a tire advantage for Kaza on fresh softs now. Miss hit miss. About braking for Versiphon. We go downhill. Be careful on that throttle. Second gear, the exit, third gear or fourth gear. Still close, within that slipstream range, as are running a bit deep. Onto the curb, onto the grass. That's not ideal. Trying to get rid of the dirty tires before the braking zone into Bergwerk. I think that worked. Nah, big tank slapper. So out of that slipstream with that one little wiggle. P4 is in the pits, out again on softs for the final couple of laps in the stint. Wait for that gap. Yep. Getting bigger. Over 2 seconds. Let's have a quick run down through the grid. So the top two, MP3, NRC with Philip. E4, it's EMR Endurance with Grumpy Modena. E5 ORT with Zemanel. E6 we have LMP with Chef. Then E7 it is Medway Racing League MRL, team number 1 Voodoo, and team number 2 with Iceman. Low on fuel by the way, same as Voodoo. Simon for Apex Hunter Racing in P9 with a penalty and damage on the outlap. That didn't go to plan. Again, a bit too hot. Trying to calm those rears. Overheating those tires probably. P10, 10th Racing, JZ at the helm, Race Asylum, Team 2 It's a Shadow. And P12, it is Speed Buddy Racing. Yanni. 2 more to go. E13, it's Race Asylum number 1 with Toby. And finally we have Dream Team Racing, Moomin Papa driving for the team. Whoa! Nearly lost that car. All good. So, as expected, E2 now coming into the pits. Nick, no, ORT are not racing CTC this season. Oh, it's lap 14. The end of lap 16 is where we will see the driver swap. Oh, we have a birthday boy in chat. It's Harlock. It's Harlock's birthday. Did I spot that correctly? Just give me a thumbs up and you know what's going to happen. Kings? What? What a pleb of an organizer that has to be. It was yesterday. It's still okay, Harlock. So, in for a treat, right? So I could sing Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, dear Harlock. Happy belated birthday to you. As a purple. He wants to see can he get that purple lap? A 7:57.0. Is it possible for Keza after being nearly 10 hours in during that event, driving that GTR? Not purple anymore, but it is blue. So I think it was a 7:59 at some point. That fastest lap. we could get an improvement on that one. Still personal best, nearly 8/10. And what about NRC Iromi? 31 seconds. The gap is still coming down between the top two. Where's the next sector split? It's an outlap, okay, so we don't really get a sector split time. Yeah. Lap that. I will stay with Kaza. Right in those curbs. Tony Hawk style 1.1. He is flying. He's on a mission. So far, this is a hell of a lap. Yep. Nice one. Great speed. Using all of the drag. Still 8, nearly 9/10. So not many challenges left for Kaza. This should be easy. Flansgarten, here we go, downhill. Keep it straight over those bumpy curbs. Stefan Belopez, 8/10 still. He's going for it. I reckon a 7:58 is possible. So how aggressive will he be through Geigenkopf? Yeah. Nailed that exit speed. Could be good. Nearly 1 second. And probably the the frustrating thing is like he's going for his personal best and still lost nearly 2 seconds on that lap to NRC Idomi. Oh, this wasn't ideal, or maybe he had I think he had a massive slipstream on his personal best so far. Still 2.5/10. He should be able to keep that. So we should see a personal best incoming. Will it be a 7:58? Just 7:58.9. I think he will be pleased with that. No doubt about that. So we show the gaps between P4, 5, and 6. Of course we do. So 4 minutes and 3.5 minutes for those drivers. So big gaps now at that stage of the race without any crazy incidents. Probably not much will be changing. Kaza on a lap 15, penultimate lap of the stint. Same goes for NRC Idomi now. Philip in P3, 2.5 minutes, that gap. So P4 with nearly 5 seconds behind. Those are the 4 cars drivers on the lead lap. Then ORT 1 lap down. The same goes for LMP. Voodoo for Emerald. Oh, yeah, here comes Kaza. Then close now for being down 2 laps. So Kaza is closing. Iceman on the same lap as the teammate. Simon testing all sorts of tires by the looks. P9 mediums now, a little bit of damage. So probably fixing this damage. 1010th Racing. Low on fuel. So this will be box. Now the call. Your wish is my command, Hansa. Here we go. We are over the 1.K mark. Thank you for that. Crazy to see like 360% of that target. So, I wonder if Cupcake is able to join this chat, or is there a new chat running again? Not sure, but maybe I just invite them again. So where's my chat? Where do I find this again? Nope. Doesn't really work, so I'll quickly bring up the spotter's guide for you, so I can do some magic in the background. So that's not working. See if that works. On that ultimate lap, Kaza 25.8 seconds. Okay, so this driver is on a mission as well. putting the hammer down. Gained a couple of seconds here. Wow. What is possible for NRC? Purple 1.1 seconds. Okay. We'll probably get a 7:55. Maybe also a nice little toe down the back straight. Would be perfect timing by the looks. Yeah, that's nice for NRC Idomi. Gets that slip early on. It's 1.2 and uses all of that run and that speed to really get a bump draft as well. Also, I don't think ORT will go for that move. No, staying behind 1.4. So 7:55.3. 8, I think. Fastest lap of the event. 53, 54, 55.287. We have a new fastest lap of the event. Well played. Well played. And we're on the final lap of the stint. So I'm gonna prepare the driver swap sequence stuff. Kazap on that final lap. Idomi as well. Then Philip still on the penultimate lap. Same goes for Grumpy Modena. And 2 laps down, it is ORT Zemanel. LMP still on lap 14. It is Voodoo on lap 14, Iceman as well. So let's stay with Kaza for the rest of this lap. We go on board. Exactly, final push, the final 4 hours. We are so close. We are so close. We all want to see that hands up. 2K. Can we do it? Getting closer to it? Getting closer to it. So, final time for the stint, coming out of Bergwerk, run through Kesselchen. Little kink, then preparing for Mutkurve. No drama. Right-hander. End of close total. Braking. Start of the curb. Briefly down to first gear, second gear, third gear. Approaching the carousel. Braking into first gear, second gear on exit, I reckon, yeah. And into the Boy 8 section, here we go. Another right-hander. Third gear, fourth gear over the curb. Little lift, touching the brakes over the curbs. On the left, on the right, Wippermann, no drama, braking. Third gear, fourth gear on exit. Going down, braking once again. Approaching Grünchen. Third gear, fourth gear down to third again, up second, okay. Interesting, out of YouTube's corner. Braking for Ice Coffee. 21 seconds still, that gap. Now entering Pflanzgarten, part 1. Little jump onto the brakes. Over to the right hand side. To the left, stay on that throttle. Pflanzgarten, part 2. Downhill. Stefan Belloves with 6th gear. In between, something like that. Scheibenschwanz over the curb. Oh, aggressive driving still from Kaiser. Into the exit of Scheibenschwanz. Das kleine Karussell and back. Curb entry. Geigenkopf, little lift. Apex. Back onto the power. Use a little bit of that grass on the exit. And now the back straight. Say hello to the tourist ride on the right hand side. And you see the Bilstheim Bridge. And Tiergarten, and now preparing for Hohenrhein chicane. And boom, boom, last time through the chicane and into the pits we go. Kaiser is in. And we get that transition ready for you. Wait for it, wait for it.